Hey everybody, welcome back to Shut the Fuck Up, I'm Driving, the podcast where we talk about anything, really, anything and nothing all at once. It's quite a feat. um, I'm Kramer. I got Nasty here with me, and his lovely wife Bonita, and Nick is peeking up under there from the window. He is on the way back from a family engagement, and he'll be joining us shortly. But we're going to go ahead and get started without him. So, yeah, here we are, episode 6. I never really thought we would make it this far. So, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I was like, damn, you guys are being awfully quiet. Nancy looks
We're
like he's
just
falling asleep
tired.
over there.
We're tired, dude.
Been busting my ass all day, fucking trying to get our pool set up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys get a lot of sun, or how'd that go? You have some friends over helping you?
My nephew and his fiance came and helped.
I feel a little sun, but it's not as bad as it was the first time.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
bad. We didn't go out until, I think I went out around like 2, and then
Oof.
they didn't get over here until like maybe 3. So like we weren't out at least at high noon or whatever.
Oh, right on. Well, sounds like fun. I don't really
Not
have anything.
really.
Yeah, a lot of work. Well, it'll be fun once you get it all set up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
If it gets set up and doesn't destroy itself within the first week.
Yeah, it
yeah.
doesn't fall immediately over.
I don't know. I don't really have anything exciting to talk about. Um, just getting ready for next week. I'll be flying out to see you guys and go to
Hell
Sonic Temple
yeah.
Music Festival.
Sonic Temple.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Yeah, I've just been, you know, kind of busting my ass at work trying to get at least to a point where I could take a few days off. I mean, I'm taking them off regardless, but if I could, leave things in good shape for Cody, that's what I'm trying to do.
Your back
So,
feeling better?
um, it's about 80%.
Oh
So,
yeah.
yeah,
Your
You
fingers
and your
hurt?
trainer.
my fingers hurt. Yeah,
Well,
my
now
fingers
your
hurt.
back's gonna hurt. You're pulling landscape duty.
We grab that bag.
What happened?
We grabbed the
Landscaping
bag.
duty.
Bag of what?
This Menards bag.
So I think I figured out you were talking we were having sound issues with the last episode, and I
Yeah, you
think
were like, yeah.
so I think I figured it out on what the issue was. So hopefully my volume will be much better moving forward. Know what I
God,
mean? Hold on.
sorry.
So yeah, so I lost my train of thought.
These are
Is
That's
that the
funky.
peach one?
that's gonna happen quite a bit, I
They
think.
didn't look weird. They look fucking weird, man. They look like a.
All
It
right.
looks like kind of like a turd rope.
Ugh.
What do you think, Kramer? So it looks edible to you?
What is
Turd
that?
rope?
I don't know about calling it like turd rope. Don't call it a turd rope. They don't like that.
It's a.
Each
Peach,
Twizzler.
peach Twizzlers. Oh, those are good. Hell yeah. All right,
Never had them.
all
You
right.
must got a
So,
bad batch because this tastes like shit.
I don't think they're that bad.
womp
And the
womp.
dog have a Twizzler?
Yeah.
Dogs can have Twizzlers. My dad gave. He probably still gives his schnauzers Twizzlers all the time. All right. Well, I think we discussed for this episode, we were going to
Schnauzer.
do a tier
You
list.
smuggling a schnauzer.
Nobody's smuggling
Oh yeah,
schnauzers.
we're doing our first tier list. Fuck yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah. And yeah, so I got it all set up. But we're going to tier list our favorite horror movies. Can be classics, newer ones, um, obscure ones, popular ones, whatever. We got a whole. We'll go down the whole list and place them on our tier list from S being the best and F being the worst. So a
Check
typical
this
tier
out,
list.
Kramer. So we got a Twizzler rainbow, right?
Yeah.
They're all stuck together so bad that like it's impossible to get them out of there. So
What is it, like gooey?
we're just eat.
Is it
I'm
melted?
literally
No,
just
they just melted, I think.
Yummy.
I'm chewing it like a candy bar. It's so good though.
Chew it like a candy bar. Delicious candy
Yep.
bar. All right. Well, all right. So, anybody watching, we are taking chats, feelings about certain horror movies into consideration as we place these movies onto our tier list. But ultimately, I have the final say because I'm the host and I'm driving. I love it.
Shut the fuck up, I'm driving.
Yeah. Anyways, the unbridled power that I wield while on this podcast is intoxicating, I must say. All right, moving on. Nobody laughed at that. You were supposed to laugh at that.
I was laughing internally. It was fucking stupid.
You're stupid. I don't even know why I bother. All right. So I'm going to switch over here to our tier list that we got. So say goodbye to the bus. There it is. And my fucking camera is being a piece of shit.
Yeah, you're really out of focus there, buddy.
I know. It's like it'll focus and then go
Hey.
out of focus and then focus out of focus. Anyways, so there's our tier list. Right. Um, so anybody who will be listening to this later on after we post it in the future on Amazon and or Spotify and any other podcast channels that I get this to. You can find the video for this on YouTube. That's where I post all of our video content for this show.
Oh shit. Are we doing
Also,
one next Sunday? We're not. We're gonna be at a
no.
concert next Sunday.
Why would you interrupt me
Oh yeah,
while I'm
yeah.
talking? So, anyways,
Sorry.
now I lost my train of thought again. God damn it. Reddit too. The final. I'll post the final picture of our tier list for this on our subreddit. That's STFU. I'm driving on Reddit. Reddit. All right. So I know, Nasty, you had mentioned 3 movies off stream that you wanted to rank, and you felt like they were pretty obscure, but I don't think they were. At least the
Okay.
2 of them were. But
So the very first movie
uh-huh.
that traumatized me as a child
Okay.
was Critters, the original
Critters.
Critters.
Critters was a good movie.
It fucking traumatized me.
Yeah.
I literally had nightmares of Critters, like
Okay.
getting under. I couldn't sleep in the dark for a while. Like I would literally like look under the bed with a flashlight because I thought the little bastards were hanging out underneath. A
Okay.
bee.
Oh, that's just where it
Yeah, I
popped
guess
up.
that's.
We can move it. We can move it wherever you want.
I'd say it's a B class. Yeah.
You say it's a B.
Yeah,
I
it's a
mean,
B.
it is a B movie in my opinion.
I mean, it
I don't.
makes all the ones that terrified me as a child were meant to be humorous for adults, really. Like this shit is like now if you watch it as an adult, you kind of laugh and you're like, "What the fuck are we watching? This is so
Well, that's
stupid."
how all the old school movies are to me anymore.
Yeah, I mean, really, the 3 ones that terrified me as a child
Okay.
was
Well, hold on.
all
We're
they were
focused.
creature feature films. I'm not
Okay.
I'm not telling you all of them. I'm just saying
Okay.
they were all creature feature films. They were kind of, to me, they were obscure, but yeah, exactly. They were definitely B movies, right? They were
What
not big name actors or nothing in there,
I feel like
But
everybody, well, most people have heard of Critters. I would imagine.
they all, came
So
cult,
while I was looking for
cult
the
classics.
image, while I was looking for the image for this, I was looking at like they had images of like the full critter from head to toe, and I was just like, oh my god, those things look so stupid.
Yeah, they're so
Like,
dumb. They're so scary. So from the original one, the thing that scared me the most was the faceless man. So the one dude, like, I can't remember if he dies or something like that, but or no, he picks a face and the face doesn't stick or something, so he has to get a new face. And it turns out it's like a rock star from that generation or something, and they're like, everybody like sees him and they're like, that's what's his name? What the fuck is he holding? He looked like he's a
that's
bounty hunter from galactic space.
a bounty
So,
hunter from
and,
galactic space. I
and
don't.
actually,
Okay, so so
oh, go ahead.
so run down the plot because I don't particularly remember Critters. It didn't really leave a lasting impression on me.
Really? So
Yeah.
uh, the plot really is they're they're like space aliens that are like,
Right. Okay.
uh, so they go to planets and pretty much decimate them. Just they turn us into cattle, eat us, and pretty much eat anything in their path. I mean, they can eat
Yes.
like I'm pretty sure they eat metal and let me double check here.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I would
Oh,
put
so they're on an asteroid prison. They break off of it and they're called Krites. So I guess
crates.
we adapted them
Sounds
into
like a
to critters.
racial slur. I don't know if you could say that on stream.
No, it's not even a real word, you
Oh,
jackass.
well, no shit. I'm just kidding.
So so anyway, the warden hires a couple bounty hunters to go to Earth, and these things come to Earth, and they just
Okay.
immediately start killing people
Right.
and just
Obviously.
and eating us. And like I said, the scariest part of the things that like just the little suckers would roll under the bed and hide, and like you couldn't
That's
see them because they were like
so. That's what I remember from
they're
that
really
movie is them like rolling around. And they reminded me. You remember those toys that you could like fold in on itself into a ball, and then like it was like a stuffed animal, and you pulled it out, and it was like a Care Bear or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they reminded me of. All right.
Care
So
Bears.
so where would you rank this movie, Nasty?
Not B is good.
You're
I
just gonna
agree.
give it a
B,
B?
yeah, I agree. I mean, it wasn't great. Like, would I rewatch it?
So I
Yes,
guess
I
but
kind of want to
would I
watch it.
would
I don't
I?
know that I've ever watched it. Maybe parts
I'm
of it.
pretty sure
yeah.
you've seen it with me. Like, I
Did
made
we
you watch
watch it
it.
together?
Well,
I made
maybe
you watch
we'll
most of the movies that traumatized me as a child. I'm pretty sure, except for like a couple of them. So I'm
maybe we'll
pretty sure
turn
we've
some
seen
people
this one.
onto some of these movies that
I think he thought it was stupid, and of course, as an
it's just like
adult, you watch it and you're like, yeah,
this is
I
it's
might have
like
fallen
it's
asleep.
like
this
it's
is
like
pretty stupid.
Gremlins.
Yeah,
All
she likes
right.
to fall asleep in
Okay.
movies all the
All
I
right.
time.
get
Well,
comfy.
I'll give it a B. I think it's a pretty well-known movie.
I mean, Rotten
I
Tomatoes gave it a 50% approval.
did they? Well, that's not bad for Rotten
Uh-huh.
Tomatoes. All
Actually,
right.
it's really
So a
good for
C.
Rotten Tomatoes. At least it didn't get a Rotten Tomato.
So if it's a 50%, it's like a C.
That'd be a C. Is that where you want to put it? We could put it like halfway between.
I say B. I say B is for
It's a
sure.
B.
It's a B movie.
I don't care.
I'd give it a
Because
B
the,
too.
the
I
the fact
think.
that it makes it a B movie is the fact that they were able to continue the story. It became a
Oh,
cult
there was like
classic,
fucking three of them or
and
four of
there's
them,
like
isn't there?
yeah, there's multiple critters. Like
All
there's
right. Fair enough.
um
Okay. All right, we're gonna move on to the next movie. We'll give Critters
all right.
the B it deserves.
I
All
believe
right.
B is fair.
All right. So I'm gonna pick the
And it
next
terrified me as a
one,
child, so I have to give it
and
some credit.
this one is my number one. Uh,
I was born in '84. It was made in '85, so yeah,
Okay.
it was like one of the
Critters was.
yeah. That's why it had such an impact on my
I have a
All right.
lot of love for
five
like
six
80s
year
and
old
90s
kids are fucking
movies.
afraid of the dark.
Love it.
Like, I
All right.
mean,
So the next movie I want to talk about, this one traumatized the shit out of me when I was like
okay.
younger. All right. So that movie is Halloween.
I mean
So
that's true. It.
yeah. So this
I think out of
movie,
all the bad guys, like Michael Myers is the most traumatizing. To be honest,
well, so when I was a kid,
he
my
he just
mom
don't die.
my mom loves horror
When
movies.
did the first Halloween come out?
It was like 1980 something.
It was in the
Really?
'80s. Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah, I
thought
can
it was in
double
the
So
check.
90s.
so when it
Mm-mm.
every
Late '80s, I'm
Halloween
pretty sure.
every Halloween we would watch it, and we would watch. We'd have like a marathon of them.
Buck, 1978.
Yeah, 1978. So we would have a
Yeah,
marathon.
late late
My
'70s.
mom would turn them on. We'd and she would warn us.
Ow,
My
you
brothers and
shithead.
sisters, they would leave the room and go play, but I'd sit there and watch them with her. And I'd go to bed that night, and it would be hot as shit out. Because she would watch these all year round. And I just remember like summertime, laying in my bed, the windows open, the fans in the window. It's like 80 degrees in the bedroom, and I have the blankets pulled up over my head, and I have just a little like, oh, what is that?
I heard an
I
echo.
heard an echo.
I didn't
Yeah,
hear an echo.
yeah,
Bad echo.
got an echo. Anyways, I would leave just like a little pinhole for me to breathe out of, and I would lay there 4 hours waiting to get murdered by Michael Myers. Like that was for sure in my child brain. I was gonna die.
So, what years did these come out? Because they started coming out in like the later 90s as well, right?
Oh
Because I
yeah,
feel like that's probably the first time I ever watched Halloween was like one of those. I definitely
yeah.
didn't see it as a kid, or it probably would have scared the shit out of me. But I think by the time I watched them as a teenager, I thought they were, I mean, I don't know.
She was very sheltered. Her mom wouldn't let her watch shit like this.
Oh yeah, yeah.
My mom made me watch stuff like this.
Well, my mom didn't make me,
Like
but she didn't
she's
dissuade
like
me
she's
either.
like, this is a really good movie. You'll really like it. And I'm like,
I
Mom, I'm
mean,
fucking terrified.
I don't think my mom really liked scary movies that much. And plus, a lot of times it was just me and her. So,
Yeah,
we just watched other stuff like The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown,
Oh my
Halloween.
god.
the Great
Yeah.
Pumpkin. Oh, those are good. We could put that up here somewhere. When they're out
Oh,
there,
no, it doesn't. I was just.
when they're
I
when
can't
they're
wait
out
to
there
get
waiting for the
Bonita's
Great
scary
Pumpkin, that was
movies.
scary.
Ooh.
So
No.
I would give Halloween an S, just for.
Oh yeah.
I mean, even the newer ones, and I mean, so when I'm in my mind when I'm ranking these movies, I'm ranking them not just off the first one, but like off the whole series. And I don't know if you guys
What?
have seen.
I
Yeah,
didn't know
what
it
do you
was
mean?
written
What?
by John Carpenter.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
What? I did not know that.
So
Oh
have you guys
shit.
seen like the last two that they did, Halloween Kills and
Yeah,
Halloween
Halloween
Ends?
Yeah.
Kills. Yeah,
So
that one was. It was kind of
so
funny. I'm not gonna lie. I was
so
laughing my ass off.
I went and watched both of those in the theater when they came out, and I was like, I don't know. I watched the opening scene, like the credits, and it does that like the old style credits with the pumpkins and shit. And I just remember sitting there going like, "Oh my god, I feel like a kid again. I'm gonna get murdered. I'm gonna have to sleep with the blankets over my head tonight."
No, you didn't. Shut
No,
up.
no, it wasn't that bad, but no, I did feel like I felt like I was like, "Holy shit!" I loved how they kept it, to true to the originals. It had that same feel. And honestly, like,
Right.
the whole plot was kind of iffy to me, but the ending was like, all right, they couldn't have ended it any better in my mind.
It was good.
So I give
All
it
right,
an
so
S.
We enjoyed it.
Yeah, I agree
I
with
feel
that.
that's fair.
Yes.
It's more than a cult
Definitely.
classic. It's actually a good piece of cinematic.
Like when you
It's
think
got
of like scary
it's
movies,
got
you think
A-list
of
actors in it.
one of that one.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
one of them, you know? Like
Yeah.
one of the top for everybody.
I
I
think so.
mean,
Yeah.
the music alone is world famous. You know,
But it's have
just the
you I
music.
so I watched a documentary on how they made the first one, and it was just like the hokiest shit. But just the way they put it together, like Michael Myers didn't even have a name in the first one. He was just like it was like the shadow or the figure or something like that. And anytime they would reference, him in the script, it was always, the figure, like the figure standing outside the window or the figure standing in the dark, just barely visible, whatever. And then they like evolved the character through the next movies into like, him being pure evil and unkillable. And I mean, I remember watching him get stabbed in the head with like or in the neck or wherever she got him with the knitting needle.
Right. I'm
And,
always like, how is he
and
not
I was just like,
dead?
that's it. He's dead. There's no coming back from that. And then he's back,
Yep.
and I'm like, oh my god, he can't be killed. So all right, so we'll put Halloween at S.
So,
Um,
can I talk about something? So I want to.
I don't
I
think we can
looked up
stop you, can
the
we?
Critters franchise. So the Critters franchise actually
Oh, we're by critters.
there's four movies from 1986 to 1992, and then there's a gap from 1992 to 2019, and they made another one called Critters Attack,
Okay.
and apparently it's a TV series,
Oh
or they
boy,
have a TV series in development. So
what
I thought
streaming
that was
service
funny.
is that going to be on? I wonder. Peacock.
Uh, no, I think it was uh Tubi or something like that.
Oh, Tubi. Okay.
Yeah, one of the free ones.
All right, Bonita, do you have a favorite scary movie you want to throw in here?
Um, if we're going along the ones that traumatized us most as a child, it would definitely be Candyman.
Oh, Candyman. You know,
Yeah.
I spent probably, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour this morning going through and downloading a bunch of movie posters for all these horror movies. So that way I could just fucking have them ready to go and put them in there. Uh, and I did not think of Candyman. And you said Candyman like 8 times
What? We
last
even
night.
talked about it. Yeah. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
That's all right. I got it
It's
right.
just proof he doesn't listen to you.
I don't listen
No,
to
it's all right.
anybody, Nick.
Don't listen to nobody. So,
That's all right. That's all
So that
right.
one, I mean, what year
so
did Candyman come out?
just just to prove how much Halloween is an S tier class movie. So they've made Halloween 1, 2, 3, Season of the Witch, Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers, Halloween The Curse of Michael Myers, Halloween H2O 20 years later, Halloween Resurrection,
H
Halloween in
H2O had Ludacris in it.
2007 that Rob Zombie did, and then the Halloween 2 that the reboot that Rob Zombie did. Then there was another Halloween that was a reboot, then Halloween Kills, and then Halloween Ends. Like
Yeah, there's a
is
lot of them. And I'm
that's just
assuming
further proof that they're milking that franchise for
and
they can't
and
milk it
Rob
anymore.
Rob Zombie's remakes were halfway decent too. I thought they were really
They weren't
good.
bad. They were interesting.
All right, so we
I liked
got
them.
so we're
Different
moving
take.
on to Candyman now.
But John
Okay.
Carpenter S tier.
So
Yes.
I got Candyman there.
What year was Candyman made?
Candyman
Bring the
was
mind.
later a little bit.
Oh yeah. That's an
It
honorable
was in the
mention for me
90s.
because that one
I bet it was
definitely
like
freaked me out.
93,
92. You were
We
close.
used to joke
91,
around
92.
though,
92.
since yeah.
So I was 4 or 5 years old. And my sister and her friends were like, 17-ish. And so like a lot of times on the weekends, my parents would go out and then my sister would invite friends over and like they all just kind of babysat me. I hung out with them.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Hmm.
So they would rent movies, VHS back in the day, and they would just like we would sit in like a half moon circle like in the living room watching it, and like whenever a part would come that they thought was going to be scary, they'd make me turn my back to the TV. So like all I could see, like all the lights were off, TV was like flashing, so like I could just see their faces like like ew, grossed out, and like I could hear all the crazy shit in the background. So like it scared the shit out of me, but I think it was more like, I mean, it was gory and gross, and
Yeah.
but
Oh,
I think they made another one too, didn't they? They made like Candyman 2 recently or
There's
something.
4 total Candymans
Oh,
in the franchise.
yeah.
The Candyman
So,
original was made in '92, and then there was Farewell to Flesh in 1995.
I mean, there's
Farewell
Um,
to
some really,
Flesh.
other good ones, but that one is the one I remember most, like traumatizing me as a kid. Like I was just scared of it, definitely.
Oh, it scared me too. That part
it's
Yeah.
an
where
honorable
where
mention
he
for me
like
because I think I didn't see that till I was older. You know what I mean? I was born in '84, so in
well,
'92, how old would I have been?
You were 8,
I think you can
8
still
years old.
appreciate the horror
So
of it as
and
an
I was like
adult.
4.
I think I think I was. I mean, it was a good movie. Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
It's an A, definitely an A.
I put it in an A as well.
Yeah.
That part where they
Yeah.
jam the hook into his bloody stump, I was just like, oh
Oh, dude, I
no.
liked the latest one they did in 2021. I
Yeah, it
thought
was good too.
it was really neat.
It
It
was all
was
right.
a
The original
neat
was
addition
better.
to the. Well,
Yeah.
obviously,
Yeah, I mean, it was all right.
I mean, I think we all can agree that almost every time you talk about a franchise, the original is always the best. I mean,
Not
Most of
really.
the time.
Yeah, most of the time, I
most of the
guess. Yeah,
time,
yeah,
I
yeah.
would have to say, yeah.
All right, bro. You don't gotta fucking yell.
So there's, our 3.
Give me that one.
All right. So we got Candyman at A. Right, right, right. All right. So I'm
I
Yep.
feel
all
that's
right.
fair.
All right,
Yeah.
Nasty. You go ahead and do your second one. I got one that I know is going to be controversial, so I'll
All
do that
right,
one
so
next.
my next one is the Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Ooh, yeah. I like that
Come
movie.
on. I want to give
So
it a D.
so hold on.
We
It's
should save
terrible.
this list and we should
It's
watch
so
them for
bad.
Halloween.
so
It's
before we
one
get
of the
any
worst
further,
movies I've
are
ever
we
seen, but it freaked me the hell out, bro.
are we ranking these on like how they scared us or just how we feel about them as movies as whole?
Oh, if it's by scare, then the Critters is gonna be an S class for me. I thought we were
That's
doing
so
it
Yeah, I
based
think
off
we
strange.
were
of.
rating them on the
Okay.
movie, like
Okay.
Yeah,
themselves,
I think that's how
comparatively.
we
I
should do
think
it.
we're
Yeah.
rating it on whether or not. Yeah, right.
I mean, like Critters B, that's fair. I feel like it's a good movie. It is scary, but
Ah,
and then like I do agree Halloween is better than Candyman. Of course, like we said, there's like what 20 of them or
yeah.
something, you know what I mean?
Candyman was just a scary movie though.
That I
Yeah.
don't know. I like that idea though. Maybe we should rate it off of where it was,
Well,
How much
where
they
it freaked
scared
that
us.
could
the
be
hell us
taken
out,
into
how much it scared
consideration,
us
but I
out.
think it needs to be like, we
Yeah.
need to think about how we
Quality
us
of movie.
yeah, so I'm gonna float Killer Clowns out there because honestly that was one of my favorite movies as a kid.
Where's it? Where's
It's
it put?
I've just got
No,
it
is that
floating
where it's
out
putting
there.
it? You're
No,
just
it's just
putting it
floating
out
it out
there.
there. Look, it's
Okay.
wherever.
We can just fit them in somewhere later, yeah.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
we'll
So
we'll
what
put it.
scared you? What scared you the most about Killer Clowns
It
from
didn't
Outer
scare me at
Space?
all. I just thought it was awesome. I was like, you know,
Oh,
the clowns were cool.
the
They rat
fucking dude, the cotton candy.
they
They
wrap
were
people in
fucking
cotton
sucking the cotton
candy, and
candy. Oh, yo, that shit
they
freaked
were
me
like
the
giant
fuck out.
spiders or something, weren't they?
Yeah, it was freaky.
Spoilers for anybody who hasn't watched this, but
Yeah, it's a
I
freaky
mean,
ass movie.
it's that movie's been out
And when was this year
fucking.
made? Was in 88?
I give it a C. It was scary. It scared the shit
See,
out of me.
I would put it at I would
Definitely.
put it in line
Definitely.
with it's not below Critters.
Well, no, I was actually thinking if
88,
we're gonna go,
88. So we can move these two. Like none of this is definitive. We can adjust as we go.
ouch,
So
I suck.
if we decide that
Should knock
maybe
your shit
Critters
off
will
again.
drop down to C.
No, it's unplugged.
Oh. All right, so yeah. Um, just put it at
What you
B.
got? What you got? What you
I
got?
think I think
B?
B.
I
Yeah, just put
think
it at
B
B.
as well.
It's.
I
I
might
mean,
even.
if you Google this movie, it literally says it's one of the cult classic B movies from the 80s. Like it
It
literally
is. It
is
really
like the
is.
headline for it. It's the
I
Hey,
definition.
Nick.
I have a
So
lot of fond memories of
Nick's here.
watching.
Yeah.
Nick.
Is he?
Oh, I can't
Where's
wait to get Nick's freaking opinion on these movies.
Where's he at?
I bet he hasn't seen
Oh,
any
there
of
he
them.
is.
He's here on the Ninja.
Motherfucker is the
All
most
right.
uncultured swine.
All right. Go ahead and invite him to the party, and we'll get his ass in here. We'll get his opinion on the 4 movies we've ranked so far, and we can adjust them
I'm
based
telling
on
you,
what
he's
he
probably never
says.
seen them.
He's
And
seen
he's
at
got to
least half
see.
of them.
Oh, I'm
He's
telling you, he ain't seen
maybe
half
not
of them.
He's seen
Critters.
Candyman. He's seen Halloween. He might have
Yes.
seen Critters, maybe, and the other
Well, I
one.
don't care
I
what he
don't know. He's never
says.
even watched Star Wars, bro. I doubt he's even seen Halloween.
I don't care what he says about.
He's not even the what is he, a '90s baby too? Like, yeah, remember he's younger than us, way younger than us.
He was born in
Fucking
like 1990, wasn't he?
yeah. So is he a Gen X? Is that what they are? Gen X or
Gen
Gen
Xer.
Z?
I can't
We're
figure out.
fucking. What are we considered? We're before millennial or right after millennial. I don't know. 84. We're 80. I'm 84. She's 87. Kramer's 85, and then Nick is
90.
90. Yep. So
All right.
84, 85, 87, 90.
I think I got him in the right frame. There he is.
Can you hear us?
yeah.
How? I can hear. I can hear him.
He just went,
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
I cannot hear him.
Is he in the party?
Brother,
Did you invite him to the Xbox
did you
party
invite him to
chat?
the party? Kramer asked you to invite him to, you know what?
I don't know.
I
Oh,
do
I'll just
though.
You are the
not invite
party.
him to the party.
Of course not,
You're right.
because we didn't say it
I
like 4
forgot.
times. We only said it 3.
Well, I forgot I was
Look, he's waiting
leave me alone, damn it,
patiently.
I'm tired.
He is waiting patiently, and he's gone.
I don't even
He's gone. Oh,
just
there he
got
is.
And
online.
he's gone.
He's gone.
Just got home having
Oh.
technical difficulty.
Okay.
He's
No problem.
not
Take your
There he is.
time,
here.
brother.
Papa.
Groupon?
Fuck. Tired, man.
Oh no, that's not the
He's
one.
not my friend. Oh, there he is.
I I thought he was offline. Showing offline.
Let's
He
see.
might
Did I
just
get
be
it?
showing offline. That doesn't necessarily mean he.
All right.
I don't see him on mine.
Hot tamale. Get them while they're hot. Get your ass on the bus, Nick. I don't know why his.
We're gonna be late. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we got to turn around to pick Nick up. Oh, did you invite him to the party?
So
Yeah,
Bonita's never seen the Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That's something we got to watch here.
I agree.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And you've
I've
never seen
invited him to
Critters.
the
Well,
party
no, I'm pretty
twice,
sure you've seen Critters. I made you watch
but
Critters.
he's showing offline, so.
He says he's having technical difficulties.
Oh, wait, now he says he's home.
Maybe we should put Critters at C.
Critters at sea? Well, we'll see. We'll get there.
Let's see what Nick says.
I'm
Nick
definitely
will give
down to
us
watch it. We
satisfaction.
can watch it after we're done with this. I don't care.
Yeah.
Hello.
There's DZ.
I gotta
Hello.
do some Cutco tomorrow.
All right.
Sorry,
Childish.
guys.
That's all right.
It's a,
You had a good reason.
What's up, Nick?
So
no, not much. Just got home. We had a very long, cathartic day.
I cannot get your mother licking
I've
video to pop up.
I've never met a family that that kind of memorializes like that. That's really sweet.
We did the
'Cause I've
same thing for
never.
my grandmother.
Did you? Oh,
Chris, you said you don't have my video?
Yeah. Try reloading it on the website. So, yeah, we didn't get too far in, Nick. We were just discussing our fourth movie. So we'll get your input real quick on the first four that we've done, and then we'll continue on from there.
I'm betting $10 he's
Wait,
not only
there he is.
seen maybe one of these movies.
Okay. All right, Nick,
So
you're in there.
this is the cool part before we get into that. This is Brenda. I got a little bit of rashes today, which
Oh, I
is
almost made a
kind of
joke
cool.
Oh,
about how they gave you
Awesome.
some cocaine at her thing.
yeah. Don't
I
be
was like,
snorting
so-
Brenda,
damn.
bro. What the
So we
fuck?
started off this party
Fucked
real quick.
Yeah. Just party favors,
Yeah,
sweet at
oh
that
my
one.
It's
God.
like, hey, I haven't seen my cousin in like 8 years. You want to do some coke?
Fuck yeah. So,
That's
all right.
wild.
All right. So we
That's
got
really
Nick
cool.
with
They gave you
us.
some of
All right.
gave you some of
Yeah.
her ashes though. Super
Yeah,
cool.
man, it is good. And
Never even
I'm
thought
glad
about
I'm
something
glad you
like
got
that.
to
It would
see
be better than
some of your family you haven't seen in a while. That's always good.
Yeah,
yeah.
I haven't
It's
seen
almost
my
like a
Aunt
fucking
Kay
family
in like,
reunion, dude. That's pretty
yeah.
cool.
Right on, right on. So we're just
Right
going
on.
through. Have you ever seen Critters, Nick? The movie Critters?
Years ago.
Okay.
You seen the whole movie? Like you watched the whole movie?
Yeah, it's been a
Okay.
long time.
So what was your impression of that movie? Would you rate it as a B? A
Did it
like
scare you
I
at all?
mean,
as on
it's
the
I
hard
was
for me to
scared to
rate it
death
because
of
I
that
think I
movie.
was like in my. I mean, what that movie came out in the freaking 2000s, 90s.
No, it was like 80s, wasn't it?
This movie was
We just
made in
talked
Was it
about
that
that.
85.
old?
Yeah, 80, 85
Yeah.
Oh wow,
So
or
you weren't even
86
born.
even. I'm sorry.
damn. Yeah, because I was born in '90.
That's why I said
I'm pretty
he's
sure.
probably never even seen this movie, dude.
No, I'm. If it's the one, hang on. Let me. I'm gonna freaking pull it up. I'm gonna verify because that's what we do in this day and age is we verify everything.
We've got to verify.
Verify.
All right,
We got the
1986
verification
film.
at our fingertips.
1986, yeah.
All
And
right. Yeah, I'm gonna block off for a second.
that's okay.
Okay, that is not what I thought it was.
I told you, bro. I fucking told you. He's never even seen it, so he can't have
Okay.
input.
Nick, you're a wiener.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
talking
sorry.
Nasty's a
That's
wiener, not you, Nick. You're
I've
a
oh,
only
wiener.
seen
Nasty's
it
a wiener.
because
I
Nasky made
fucking
me
told you.
watch it.
Pretty sure I made her watch it.
All right. Well, we're
'Cause I
gonna
was like,
leave
hey,
that
this
at B.
terrified me as a
All
child. You
right.
want to watch it?
So one I know you've seen is Halloween, and we put that
yeah.
as an S tier
The original
movie.
Halloween.
It's all the Halloweens. I'm doing. It's like we're basing it off the
S
whole
tier
series.
meaning top tier.
Top tier. That's a top tier horror movie, cult
Okay.
classic.
Yeah.
Would you
Scared the
agree with that?
bejesus out of you.
Yeah, I mean,
All
you've
right.
got when half of your Halloween population's out mimicking that movie. Yeah.
Yeah, even like fucking 40 years later, they're still out there dressing up as
Right.
Michael
Yep.
Myers. That's a good
Yeah,
point.
for
All
sure.
right. What about Candyman?
Oh my God, I'm so glad you said that. That
I knew that was
movie
one you'd seen.
has absolutely to this day ruined my life.
Oh,
I
wow.
watched that movie.
That is a.
I watched that movie at
That
the
escalated
age.
fast.
Single-handedly.
No,
Fucking A.
seriously. Like that's how fucked up that movie was to me as a child. For some reason, my mom thought it was a good idea to allow a 7-year-old to watch this movie in the pitch black at night, and
Oh,
like
that.
the street that we lived on at the time was super dark. So when you looked out the pane window, it
Mhm.
was just like one street light, and you know
See
what I
your
mean? Kind of
reflection?
like, right.
Did you say
So,
Candyman, Nick? You say
dude,
Candyman?
Say it
I watched
again.
that movie
I
and
dare
I
you.
stayed up all fucking night, terrified
Yeah.
that shit was real and it was going to happen to me.
We used to play that game with my cousins. That and
Oh my
Bloody
God.
Mary. So.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Dude,
say.
Oh, Bloody
I
Mary, yeah.
I had an irrational fear attached to people in
Did you say erectional fear?
No, he
irrational.
didn't.
He said
Irrational.
Irrational.
Erectional fear. I like that
I heard erectional.
Of
I don't know.
because I'm not gonna
people
lie. Like fear
thinking that
plays a strong role in my sexuality. Let's say.
Christ.
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
All right.
weird.
Go on, Nick. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
But it really did mess me up because Aiden, please stop. Dude, stop. Stop.
He's like, can't stop, won't stop. Oh, so yeah, Candyman. It sounds like based on Nick's strong reaction to that,
Yeah.
that might be moving up to an S tier.
I was thinking the same thing. Like he really made me want to put it as an S tier. Like it
Nick,
scared the shit out of
I
him.
don't know if you're talking to us, Nick, but you're muted.
You done muted yourself.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Muted.
Can't hear you.
Kid
Did you
broke
mute
the
us on?
mic.
Oh wait, I don't know.
I don't know what
Kid
happened.
broke the mic. Kid broke the mic.
Womp womp. We're gonna move that up to S tier for you though, Nick. Right up there next to Halloween.
So it probably would have been even more traumatic for me had they have not made me turn around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. They
I,
made Bonita turn around. I mean, yeah, they made her turn around on certain parts.
Like on the back, like the gross parts, like you know what I mean. I
Hearing
watched the
yeah.
better.
rest of it though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
can
can
hear
hear
you
you.
now.
Yeah,
Hearing
so
better
I
than
When
what I
was
Aiden
was when I
laid
first
on me,
watched
he
it.
pressed the mute button.
That's what it
Womp
was.
womp.
I told you
so
the
I
kid broke
That
was
the mic.
little
4,
wiener.
5 watching that movie.
Stop.
He said, "What's this mute
All
button
right.
do?"
All right. So moving on, we all know
All right.
Candyman was a good one.
What?
Scared the shit out of all of us.
Yeah.
S
Nick?
tier. It was a
Yeah,
really good movie.
S tier. Moved it up because of Nick's very strong reaction to.
Dude.
Yes.
And I want to shout out to my mom on that one because she allowed me as like a 7-year-old to watch that movie, knowing
Oh,
damn well I shouldn't have been watching it.
so
That's what
you,
I just said. I
Mama.
was like 4 when I watched it.
yeah.
They made her
So
turn
you,
And
around.
I may
They
have been
made me
younger
turn
than
around in the
7.
bad parts.
so you missed.
Oh no. It was like, hey, pay attention. This is the good part right
Watch
here.
this. Watch
Yeah,
this.
that's what my mom did
Watch.
to me when
Watch
we
them
were watching
jab that
horror movies.
hook into his bloody
She's like,
stump. Watch it.
she's like, watch this.
There's
This is
other
really
ones I'm
good. This is
thinking
a really
of.
good
Like I wish
good part.
I should have like a pen and paper to take notes over here while we're talking. That way I don't forget my shit.
Okay.
I
All
remember
right.
covering my
We got to
eyes a
move on
lot.
here.
I'd be like, oh
Moving
hell
on.
no, I ain't watching this.
We're 45 minutes in and we're on movie number 4. All right, Nick, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, real quick. You ever seen that one?
Me?
Yes.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
No,
Google
I
it real
have
quick.
not.
Okay.
I don't think I have.
We're gonna leave that
Yeah,
one
I
at B.
guarantee he's never seen that one.
Nasty
Yeah.
feels like it should be lower, but I feel like it should be higher, so we'll just leave it right where it's at. All
And
right.
that's the
So
same with Critters.
yeah, Critters can stay at B too.
Bummer.
All right. So my controversial movie, and it's not, and like the content of it is not controversial. My feelings about it apparently are. But we are going to go with Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah,
Ooh, that is a good
that's a
one.
good one.
I
I mean,
did not like that movie. I thought it was terrible.
I didn't either.
what?
I didn't
I
like it either.
The original one, or
yes, the original one. So I haven't watched any of the other ones. Like I think I've watched maybe 2.
Oh, you haven't watched the other ones either? Shit, man.
Ones
The
with
second
Barry
one's
in
my
it.
favorite.
So I thought
Barry
it
is the
was.
first one.
I thought it was just like.
Mm.
I thought it was like. I don't know. I was like, so what? He eats like pieces to people, and they what? And then he grows them, or I didn't understand it, and I just thought he
Bro,
was like
he's a demon that comes out of the earth like every
every 70
23
years or
years
whatever.
or
I don't know.
no, damn it. I got to read it again.
He comes
Can't
out and
remember. It's so many
fucking
years.
eats wieners and
It's like literally like 2 decades or something. Every 23 years. Yeah, it is. And
yeah,
for 23 days he he goes
eats.
on a bender and eats all the pieces of the body that he's like missing, like his eyes and
Yeah,
Like if
and then he drives around
and
in a
he's like
rusted old truck, and I don't know. I was just
he's
like,
pretty
this
much
is dumb.
he's pretty he's pretty
But
much
but it's
invincible.
weird because
Yeah.
everybody I hear talk about it, they're like, "Oh, Jeepers Creepers is a classic," and I'm like, when did that become
Yeah.
a classic?
I remember
Wow.
I'm pretty sure I watched that movie for the first
It
time
wasn't
with my
Barry, it was
sister,
Dairy, by the way.
and I hated
Oh.
like the whole premise just didn't appeal to me. The rusted truck and all that shit. Like
Yeah,
I
just
I
thought the
didn't.
wasn't.
ending was fucking terrible, but I mean, there was some
Yeah,
parts that was pretty cool. Like
I don't know. We got 5 people
I
watching.
thought the
Anybody got feelings about Jeepers Creepers?
uh, um I still like I said the second one was my favorite because they in the second one they fucking they make it out of like it's all these teenage kids on a bus and
Yeah, I have seen
uh,
that one.
that
But
one's good.
yeah,
I like that one a
that
lot.
one was like as good as the first one, which I thought was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
So it's funny you said that, dude, because they just made one in 2022.
Yeah.
Um,
That was supposed to be the 23 years later one.
Yeah,
so
Oh.
yeah,
I
20.
definitely
Yep.
haven't seen that one. I don't. But it's
It was good. We
I
anytime.
watched
love
it.
you.
So I didn't think it
In
was like
Louisiana.
scary. I thought it was like it was just the premise behind it was just I don't know iffy or kind of like mid. And I don't know if it's I think probably it's the reaction I get when I tell people that I didn't really care for it
Oh,
that makes me not like it even more. Because I say,
Chris, I think that's what keeps me going about the whole Star Wars joke.
we're not talking about that now, Nick. All right, we'll do Star Wars another day.
All
But
well, I
yeah,
right.
think it's pretty interesting to
Nick,
know that the Creeper was the same for the first three movies, but they changed the Creeper in 2022.
yeah, they're like he sucked the first 3 times. Let's try and no, I say that. I mean,
Okay, I have an idea for
That's
a
messed
bit for
up.
next week.
okay, we'll talk about
So
that.
so
You're going
here
with a
here
D on
here it
Jeepers?
is.
Yeah. The second one
It's
was actually
just me explaining what I believe Star Wars is. What
Oh
actually
boy,
happens in my mind. Because I've never actually fully seen an entire Star Wars film.
that literally makes me
So
sick to my stomach
the
to
entire
hear you say
plot of
that.
Star Wars, all I have to figure it out on is what I've been told, what I figured out from scrolling Facebook, and what me and you have argued about, Chris.
Oh my
And
god,
so I
it's
would love
been.
to just try and sit from start to finish and just
I
that
think at
would
see
be
one
how wrong
interesting.
I
I think
am.
at one point I even tried to like force you to watch some of it, and it was like you were just like,
Yeah, we did.
no, yeah.
I think we tried to do a movie night or
All
something,
right, all right.
and
Back on
he couldn't
topic
watch it.
here.
He fell asleep.
Yeah,
We're
sorry.
Jeepers Creepers. I would put
Oh
Jeepers
shit. I
Creepers at
almost dropped
like
my
an
phone.
E. I would put that
Damn.
at an E.
I mean,
I think it's a fair D or C.
I think a D or C would be alright, but E, that's mean.
That's mean.
It
It's
yeah,
mean that.
it spawned multiple
Okay.
fucking it spawned multiple movies.
I
It's a cult
mean,
classic. A
I mean,
lot of people love
Good
it.
night.
it sounds to
Love
me
you.
like you
And
want to
like
give
I
it
said,
higher than a C or
unless
D.
nah, C is the highest I'd
I
go. I
I
agree.
I'm
I
gonna
think
call it a
It
I
really
think
D.
wasn't.
because
The
Nick.
I
first one,
think
I
D
think
is fair.
I think I would go with the second one as being a B rated. So you remember we were talking earlier how most movies the original is the best, but I think that the second movie for Jeepers Creepers 2 was way better
All
than the
right,
original.
I'm gonna give
So
it a D because you and Bonita like it, and we're saying C to D. And me and Nick are sitting here saying it's not
I
good.
think D is fair.
Okay.
C,
And
D, yeah.
I'm going to give Nick points for agreeing with me on the quality of this movie. All right. Let's move on to the next one here.
everything's made up and the points don't matter.
I don't
Great.
even know the
Thanks, Drew.
points. The points will be redeemed for back rubs at Sonic Temple
I
weekend.
I want to
So there you
redeem
go.
my points for Tootsie Rolls. That's what I want to redeem my points
I
for.
will. They will take my Tootsie Rolls at the airport, but I'll buy some once I get there.
Be like,
Y'all
you
take your Tootsie Rolls
bastards.
at the airport? What the fuck?
Yeah, they don't
Really?
like
Do you know
have
who I
any.
That's
am?
crazy.
I was like,
I am on Spotify, sir.
Well, I
yeah.
mean,
He's like, don't touch
they
me.
did confiscate
I'm on
600
Amazon
pounds of
Music.
fruit roll-ups from people who were
Get
trying
your
to
hands
smuggle them
off me.
into Israel.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
So,
All right.
so yeah.
All
Guess
right,
so.
Bonita, you got
Can't be taking those sweet confections across the country.
you
My
got
number two,
number two.
It.
It. Okay,
The
It.
so
original It.
the original
Yes,
one.
the original
Okay, so
It. Yes.
I did get a picture for the original and
I've never watched
the
the original
remake.
It.
No, with
What?
Tim Curry.
Not the full movie.
Damn,
No,
We're
bro.
watching it tonight.
I
I
watched
Right.
parts of it. I couldn't
Yeah,
watch
you
the.
have
I
to.
can't. I don't think I can get through it. I'll fall asleep.
I love it.
I thought it was. I thought it was terrible.
So it's scary,
So
but
you
I
thought
love
it
I
it.
was terrible,
love the
huh?
new It.
I
Yeah,
have.
I love the new It. The original.
I
I
would.
tell you, I don't think I could watch it.
The original
I've
is so much
tried to
better.
watch it multiple times, and I just can't get through it.
I know people aren't going
All
to
right.
like my opinion.
On the original It.
Yeah.
Yeah, the original.
Well, the
was-
original
I have
and
not seen it.
and the remake, honestly.
You don't like it, do you?
I don't like it. Like I respect it, and
That's a
I
Stephen King classic.
did.
All right, points
Well,
taken
I
away
get
from
it,
Nick.
and that's
I'm just
no,
kidding.
hold on, because you're not. Hold on,
Taking the point
before you
away.
take my point away, which
Okay.
I worked so hard for.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my thought process on that.
Okay. Lay it on me.
It relies so heavily on like lulling you to sleep before a jump scare. I feel like,
Yeah,
and it's
boring.
repetitive.
I agree. It's fucking boring.
I'm not
I
gonna say it's
couldn't-
boring because I've watched both movies repeat or multiple
Mhm.
times.
I thought it was
And,
hokey and
like
boring.
it's not that I
just
didn't
couldn't
It was
get
enjoy
through
the
it.
movie.
Think
Like
about
the
when it was
movies were made
made.
well.
I know that's the problem.
Yeah.
Like I should love
But-
it because it's made back then, 88 or whatever. So
I think it's fucking classic.
It is a
Yeah,
classic.
and I mean it is.
Yeah.
But for
We all
me, it's
float
just
down
like
here.
All right.
I don't know. For my
All right,
idea of a villain, I guess.
to me, it's a B class movie,
I don't know.
You would put it as at a B? That's still a pretty high
Yep.
rating.
and I've never even
Where
watched
would
the
you
whole thing.
Where would you put it, Nick?
I would put it at B because of the
I would definitely
new
put
one.
it above Critters.
I would too.
The
So
new one
I think it's
alone
fair
like-
at A.
makes me want to say that.
Like it poops all over Critters, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
Where would you put it, Nick?
I'm sure
What,
it does,
on,
but
on the ranking list?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna
Matt?
go with a B plus.
B? Okay.
B.
All right. So
Probably.
it sounds like everybody. I would put it at an A.
I think A. You're right.
is
Put
where
it
I
as
would
an
put it.
A. Yeah. I
Now-
mean, I've got to watch the whole thing, so I'll let you know next week.
The
how
first
what I
half,
thought.
honestly, because it came with like it was like two tapes basically. So
Mhm.
you had like the first
That's
half
probably
of the
why I
movie.
never watched it.
The first,
was a
yeah.
long
So like
movie.
the first half wasn't that bad. The second half though was like
I'm
the
pretty-
worst part.
Isn't it
I
like
think
4 hours or something like that?
it was like
Like
over
3
3
hours.
hours. Yeah.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I got it on
I
the
remember
original
it-
it on DVD
I remember
somewhere.
it being just a drag. I was like,
I do.
okay,
I have
man.
it.
Yeah, I
I've
could-
watched
I'm
this
telling
house
you.
plant grow in the time that I've watched this
I
movie.
started
Oh.
it one day. I watched the first scene,
It's just
saw
good
the
storytelling.
bloody sheet, and saw the monster and whatever, and just
That's not fair. That's like just
Paused
the
it.
beginning. I love
Couldn't
it
watch it.
so much.
To
so
be
bad.
fair, the first time I ever watched Lord of the Rings, me, my sister, and my dad went to watch it in theaters, and dude, I was like sitting there halfway through.
swear to
and I'm
God,
I
like,
was
Nick, be
made in
careful.
86, or
oh my god!
Be careful,
I'm
Nick.
so fucking ready for the
not
ending
even
of
right.
this movie. It's just so
Oh, Nick.
long.
It's Lord of the Rings,
But
though.
Right, and it's not that I don't enjoy it. Like I love that series. I've watched them freaking
If I could
countless times
inject
now at
Lord of
this
the
point.
Rings directly into my veins, I would.
right.
Oh my
But you gotta
God.
watch them. You gotta watch them in order. That's the biggest thing.
I watched, I think The Hobbit is the first book I remember reading.
Yeah,
And I
The
tried
Hobbit is.
I tried reading it when I was like 8 years old, and I only understood about half of it, and then I reread it again once I got to be like 13, 14, and I was just like, oh
Right.
my god, it's so much better.
Oh yeah,
So
and that's how I felt like. So I didn't watch Lord of the Rings for a really long time, like any of them after that. And
yeah,
then like one day I happened to or I was somewhere, and it may have even been your house or maybe Nick's house, and I caught a glimpse of uh what's the name of the one where they're in the dwarves cavern that has the dragon
the Moria. Oh
and
no,
there's try
that's uh that's the
the
Smog.
desolation of smog, yeah.
Yeah, that's the Hobbit
um
series.
yeah, right, but I caught that and I was so enthralled by that that sequence right there where he's trying to sneak in and the
Yeah,
dragon's sitting there guarding the treasure and everything,
and they
and I
can
was like,
smell them.
I'm gonna go back and watch this series. And so I watched it from the Hobbit through those ones and then into the Lord of the Rings ones and watched all those, and I was,
All right,
as an
so
adult,
Those
being able to understand the
what's
movies
Nick
like
saying is we've got to find somewhere like a part in Star Wars that he would be enthralled in, and then he would actually want to watch the whole thing.
probably,
probably the
honestly.
very end.
All right, so
All
Kramer,
right,
what would that
so
be? I don't. I
so
can't.
we got way off track. So all right,
Yeah,
Nick,
sorry
it's
about. Well,
Nick.
that's the whole point. That's what we do.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Nick, you got a scary movie to add to this?
It's your turn.
What's your top scary movie? I know Kate, you said
That was,
Candyman was one that fucked you up, but
that was when I was a kid, really. Like as an adult, I can watch it and
We tried
be
to do our top
fine.
top
But
three and then honorable mention
um,
stuff.
well, hell, I'm trying to think.
I've already gave you my top
you could
three.
do newer ones too.
I've definitely thought of better ones, I think.
I've
My big
got
thing is honestly, I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
all right.
Oh,
That's
I
one
didn't
of
even
them I was
think of
thinking
that
about.
one.
Yeah,
I
that
thought
is
of
what
that
I
one
thought
and
That
I
of.
have
never
that
really
picture ready
scared
to
me
go.
though. I thought it was
Dude, that
It's
that was
crazy,
something
crazy
when
but
because
I
you're like,
first heard
what?
about that, that scared the effing living out of me
Yeah.
when I heard the story about that.
yeah.
Right.
So one of the like
So that's crazy. I think
one of
the
the
original
first
was made in
ones
'74.
one of the
Yeah.
first ones that I watched was the one with Matthew McConaughey. And I don't know, or maybe not the
I
first
watched
one
the
I've watched, but
original first.
it's the first one that I remember watching, right? And in that movie, like Leatherface, he's like he just runs around and screams like a lunatic, and I thought it was hilarious. Like I thought it was absolutely hilarious the way he would
Damn,
run
they just
around.
made another one of these Texas Chainsaw Massacre
Yeah,
in
like last year.
2022.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
2022.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
they just made another one.
All right,
Dang.
so
They've
there.
made
How
one,
how
two,
many
three,
are there?
four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10.
What?
10 different
I feel
Leatherface
like
movies.
I feel like they're on a like a 4-year recycle rate on that.
A 4-year
Holy shit.
recycle rate.
No.
Yeah.
So the
So
original was in '74. Seems like every decade or so.
so I feel like that's kind of on par. Like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is kind of in there with the same class as Halloween, Friday the 13th, and
Oh, you know
Nightmare on
what?
Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street is probably one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good one
That's
too.
the one with Freddy Krueger, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now
I
that I'm
remember.
actively sitting here thinking on
All
it,
right.
yeah, that's probably one of my favorites.
Okay.
Yeah, Texas
Like
Chainsaw
So
like
can
Massacre
we?
Well,
is
he
a good
did
one.
have
that's
two.
if I'm
So
putting anything at S tier, it's Nightmare on Elm Street.
okay. So I think we can all agree Nightmare on Elm
Yeah,
Street and Friday the 13th are up there with Halloween, huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
definitely S tier.
Yes.
I don't know. For me, Friday the 13th was an A.
An A.
But yeah, but that's just because I don't know. I never really was afraid of Jason as so much as the Freddy. Freddy got in your fucking dreams and was
Right.
pretty much invincible. Jason seemed like I don't know. I guess I don't know.
I can't
He
get
did
these to
have
line
his
up, and it's
moments,
bugging me. You
but
said so. You
yeah,
would put what Friday the 13th at an A? I think.
that's
I mean, it's an S tier for me, but you know, we can average it
mean,
out and put it in an A.
what do you think? What's Bonita think? What's your opinion on
Oh,
Friday the
I got
13th?
Jason up
That's
there at
Jason
S.
Voorhees.
Yes, I
That's
got
the one with
Jason at S.
The
the fucking
Scream
hockey
mask.
mask. No, the hockey mask.
Oh,
Scream's actually one I didn't even think about. Shit, that's been around for a minute too.
I thought
They
about
just made
Scream
some new
too.
Scream shit. Scream's one of those 4-year cycles you were
Ghostface.
talking about.
Scream was
yeah.
one where I was like,
They
oh,
just made one 2023. Scream 4.
I always
Yeah.
thought Scream was kind of corny, honestly.
so
Yeah, I agree.
so I didn't realize Scream was one of
I
those
wasn't really scared
movies.
of Scream.
Scream was one of those
You know,
movies
I'm
that was
not sure
made.
I've watched Friday the 13th.
No,
Really?
the hockey mask killer.
Maybe parts of it.
He's
I
a
know, I mean,
zombie.
I know what he looks like, but I like, for some reason, I can't think of anything that happened. Like, I know what he looks like, but
Okay.
like, other than that, I can't really think of the story. Like, I can think of Michael Myers and
Did
Freddy Krueger and everything, but I can't think of like a
did Jason
storyline
ever
that went
have a
with Jason.
chainsaw?
No, he had a
No,
machete,
he never
bro.
did a chainsaw.
He
Right?
had a
It was just a
machete. I
machete,
think.
right?
Everybody
I
know
think
Okay.
that.
he.
Goddamn,
Okay.
boy.
I think he used
But
a
I
Well, I
mean,
mean, I thought
pickaxe at
it's
one
clearly
point.
good
okay,
enough
he did
and like
use different
popular
weapons. It wasn't
enough
just a
that
machete.
I
Maybe
know who he is without even seeing the movies, you know what I
yeah.
mean?
We'll put it at
I
A
think
Did you
it would
see
be
the
a
since
hockey
fair
mask with the
A.
red
I think it's a
stripe or
fair
whatever?
A.
I'll leave it at a fair A, I believe. So we got Texas Chainsaw Massacre at A. Did we all agree on that one? That was
Yeah.
one of Nick's
Mm.
favorites. And then, all right, who's next? I think Nasty, you're next.
Nasty with your third.
I already know what that's gonna
Oh,
be.
Puppet Master. That
Puppet
shit scared me
Master.
when I was a kid, man. I mean, it still kind of does. Like the one little Puppet Master, or the one little puppet, he's pretty fucking like famous. Like he looks like the Scream guy almost a little bit. I can't remember what his name is.
So this was one of my mom's favorite movies when I was growing up, and she actually right now has all the little figures of
No shit.
yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
so
crazy. I
she's
gotta talk
got.
to her about that.
So I don't know. This one's pretty obscure, and I'd imagine there's a lot of people who haven't seen this one. If you haven't
I
seen
have never
Puppet
seen it.
Master, like the first one scared the shit out of me, and I think the second one, and then there was a third one where they were actually like the good guys, which was strange. But when I watched that one, it kind of turned it around, and I was like, oh, these guys aren't scary at all.
Nah,
but
they scared the
but
shit out of me,
but
bro.
this one is about they're like these little like marionette puppets, but they have like killer qualities to them. Like I don't know if you watching can see the guy with the white face. His hands are like a knife and a hook, I believe, and he uses that to carve
No,
people up.
isn't it two knives? It's just two
It might
knives.
be two knives. I
Yeah,
don't
it's just two
remember.
knives.
Um,
What was the name of that?
no, he's definitely got a hook. He's
Puppet
got a knife and
Master.
a hook. I'm looking at the picture right now.
Was it a knife and a hook? Okay, I got you.
And then there's
Couldn't
the one
remember.
character. He's got a drill on his head that he
The
like
drill on his
drills it.
head?
Yeah, he drills into like people's skulls with it. But the one that
Uh,
fucked me up the most was the little woman doll. Here, I'll blow this up so you all can see that.
the
So
woman doll?
yeah, see
I
the
don't
woman.
remember this one.
So she like vomited leeches out of her mouth, and
Oh
That's
and
yeah,
there's
creepy.
that one
and
was
there's
freaky. Yeah, I remember
and
that.
there's one scene where she like drops it into somebody's mouth and they choke on it, and I was just like, oh my god, that is horrific. Like I just remember
the
watching that and just like,
the
oh, what the
the
actual
strongman
fuck?
guy, didn't he like rip somebody's freaking like
Yeah, he was like
face off
obscene.
or something?
He was like obscenely strong.
Yeah, like
Um, but yeah, I mean the characters were really cool, and they had, and I mean
I'd say
it's been
so.
years since I've seen it, so I don't particularly remember like the production quality, but I remember it scared me. Like that
So
was one that
so
scared me when I was a kid.
it was a really
All
low
right.
budget film, bro, and it went direct to video.
Yeah.
It was made in 1989, and it featured a collection of deadly puppets we've been talking about.
Okay.
But it became a cult favorite amongst the horror scene. In turn, the film quickly spawned a series of follow-ups, taking the franchise into new places. So yeah, it actually has, holy shit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 different movies made about the Puppet Master.
Okay.
And I guarantee you, I think I've seen like 3 of them. I've never even watched all of them. I mean, makes me kind of want to go back and watch them, but there was actually one that just was made in 2022. So that's that one you were talking about, the one with the hook and the knife. His name
Yeah.
is Doctor. His name
Oh
is Doctor
shit! I can't even remember their names.
Doctor Death. That was his
Doctor
name.
Death.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Puppet Master deserves an A.
Yeah.
That was, and it scared the shit out of me too. Like, and I was, grown. I mean, this one was made in '89. Like I said, all of my movies that were scared me, I was between 5 and 10 years old when I saw. So like, these had
Okay.
lasting effects on me. I still remember like parts of that movie.
Yeah, it's probably like the same way I was with the Candyman.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Candyman was
exactly.
scary.
With Candy.
All right, Bonita, you got one.
Yeah.
Moving on from Puppet Master.
So
So
I'm
before we
gonna
before we move on, hold up real quick. Anybody listening or who's going to listen to this in the future that has not seen Puppet Master, you gotta watch it. It's like
Yeah, at
it's a
least the
good one.
original. It's totally
Yeah.
worth watching.
Yeah.
Low budget,
Yeah.
cult
Don't
classic.
don't expect nothing
Yeah.
like
Don't go in
out of this
expecting it's
world,
going to
but
be the greatest movie ever.
it was for what it is. It was a good movie.
Shh.
All right. I'm sorry, Bonita. Go ahead.
It's okay.
What do you got
So
for
I
us?
thought I had a number 3.
Okay.
Um, well, I've changed my number 3, I guess, basically. So my number 3 was because I was thinking of like traumatic ones as I was a kid.
Uh huh.
So that would have been My Girl, which is not scary at all, but
Said my
there's a
girl.
death in it, and it was so traumatic. The bees and
It
everything
was
was just,
traumatic for
it
her.
was traumatic. But I'm gonna skip it. We don't have to talk about it, but that
That's
one was
not a horror
traumatic for
film.
me. So I've thought of a couple others, but I think I decided Rose Red. It was another Stephen King movie,
Rose
I
Red.
don't
and
think I've seen that one.
yes,
I'm pretty sure I have not seen that one.
um, and it's kind of loosely based on like a true story about the woman that built a house with like hallways to nowhere. Anyway, yeah, it's a pretty freaky fucking story. Um, so yeah, it was always like I was, kind of scared to watch it, but I like it.
Yeah.
Kimberly J. Brown or whatever was in it when she was really little.
Kimberly
Yeah.
J. Brown.
She's in Halloween Town or whatever,
Halloween
like a
Town?
Disney Channel movie. Yeah.
All right.
They made a mini series called Rose Red.
Yeah, but
So
it's not that. It's the original Stephen King movie, and it was really good.
so I went
And
ahead and got the
it's
movie
like
art for
three
my girl.
hours.
We'll put that
What'd
at
you
a
say?
B.
Yeah.
I thought that was a decent movie. And
It was a good movie,
What'd you
yeah.
put? You put My Girl up there?
B. I'm
a
fair with
B.
that.
It's up there with Critters.
It's not scary, but it was
No, I mean
traumatic for me.
it was a
it
traumatic
it
experience, right?
Because like the
traumatized.
kids were like, yeah, the kids were like my age, so I was like, oh my God, like
I
it was a sad death like thing, I don't know.
Rose Red.
I believe we're on par with traumatic, like where these movies are and
That's the only
traumatics,
one like that I'm gonna allow.
Yeah.
So so
Look at
Have you
Rose
seen
Red
Hello
though.
Kitty's Island Adventure? That shit
Fuck.
traumatized me.
so I am looking at Rose Red, and I don't
I am
think I've
looking at
seen
it
that
too.
one.
I don't think I've seen this for sure.
It's so
What? So
good. And it's
what's
also
the plot for Rose Red again? Sorry, I was getting your My Girl
um
poster.
so I mean, it's loosely based on like a story about this woman that went crazy and like started building like hallways in her house to like nowhere, and she built this mansion and she just kept on building and building and building. But um
Dude,
yeah,
I
this
can't
house
find the
is
movie.
essentially like
Are you sure
haunted.
this wasn't just a book?
Okay.
It's a book, but then they made it into a movie.
I found the
Oh,
movie
okay.
poster.
Yeah,
I
from
told you.
1994.
Yep.
Just read it. Read what it's about.
Okay. So
Uh,
where would you put this movie at, Bonita?
For me, it's above My Girl. I think it would go right along with it. Yeah, probably like maybe an A
Okay.
for me.
Well, it's a Stephen King flick, or story, so
Yeah.
I would have to probably agree with you there that it's
all right, Kramer, you gotta. You
It was
gotta.
just creepy. Like it was like about kind of like a haunted house and like where shit happened, you know. So
I cannot
yes.
find this. Kramer, what'd you find? Read it off and tell me what the. Because I'm looking at something different. This is
At
not
what?
right. I'm looking at Rose
So
Red, the
here's
movie, and it's saying
the movie.
this movie was made in 2002. It was a
Right.
TV
mm-mm.
movie.
They made a TV show, but there's the movie from what, 94? Is that what you said?
Oh, maybe that movie that you're thinking of was only in your last universe.
I
Yeah. The
have it on
Mandela
Bruh.
DVD.
effect.
Yeah, it
You have
doesn't
it on
actually
DVD? I
exist.
think we need to find this.
It's
I
like
don't.
Oh, here it
Shazam.
is, right here.
He literally has
Oh,
the
you know
movie
what?
poster for it.
No, maybe I have seen this.
That's the fucking
Rose Red,
or that's the book.
1994. Rose Red.
Like it's
It's got Douglas Henschel.
Kimberly J. Brown.
I don't see
I
Kimberly.
need to look it up on my phone.
I'm seeing
Maybe.
Rose Red Short 1994 IMDb. That's all I see. I have
All
no
right, baby.
idea.
I love you.
Maybe Nick's onto something. Maybe we're in a different multiverse that you. It says, "Is Rose Red a movie?" Rose Red is a 2002 American television miniseries scripted by horror novelist Stephen King,
Two
directed by.
disc deluxe edition DVD. Stephen King's Rose Red. Every house has a story to tell. This one will kill you.
This was made in 2002. Okay.
No,
Right.
the miniseries was 2002.
Huh. I'm having a hard time
That's
finding
all
it
I.
too. Okay.
That's all I see, dude. That's literally all I see
I
is the
found a
movie series.
4-hour movie on YouTube.
That's probably it, honestly.
What
All
the
right.
fuck?
It's
Freaking out,
fucking
man.
crazy. See, look, there's Kimberly J. Brown. She's in it. Why don't I just look her up and then find it?
Wow.
Yeah, there's Kimberly J.
I
Brown. Okay.
yeah, I see. But that's from the 2002 American television miniseries.
I don't know. Maybe
I
it
think
was.
I think it was just a miniseries that you weren't yeah.
Oh, let's see what her IMDb says.
Maybe it is.
Where
It's a mini series, I guess. But they made it into like a movie, basically. Like
three
I don't know why it says TV
episodes.
mini series.
Yeah,
Huh.
miniseries.
I mean, I remember
Interesting.
we had to watch it over like 2 or 3 nights, but
That's exactly what it was. One of those where they did those like it's like a movie, but they play like an hour episode each
it's like
night.
no,
Oh.
it says it's 4 hours and 14 minutes long.
Yeah, so it
That's
was
why
four
it took
nights,
like two or
4
three
hours,
nights. It was like 2, 3 nights to watch
two or
the
three
whole thing.
nights.
I guess it was 2002. Maybe the
Shit,
book
I'm
was
gonna have
from
to watch this.
94.
I never watched this.
It's so freaking good.
Right
I'm
on.
pretty sure I watched that.
Rose
Honestly.
Red.
All right.
Says a group of people with psychic powers are invited to spend the night in a haunted house.
Psychic powers. All right. Who's next? Is it my turn? I
Cool.
don't remember.
Let's check that
Which
out.
one did I do? Nasty did Puppet Master. Okay. So I think for mine, next one is going to be one that scared me as an
This actually
adult.
was, but based on actual events. Rose Red was.
But I told
Yeah.
you,
Mm.
it's a really good movie. You should watch it. Or a really good series, I guess.
I might have to check that out. I
4 hour
like
movie.
there were some
Stephen
good
King.
series. What was it? The Welcome to Hell House or Hill House on
Mm.
on Netflix, I think it
Netflix.
was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That
those were
The
one,
good.
Haunting of Hill House.
yeah. So it was that one was pretty good. That one was chilling. What the
All right, so
fuck?
this is the only movie series we're allowing on the tier list.
Yeah, I've already
Moving
added
on,
it,
Kramer.
so I'm
What's your
not
next one?
moving it. I'm not taking
Yep.
I
it
mean,
down.
I honestly, I mean, it's a movie to me, so.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean, it
so
basically
here's
is.
this one scared me as an adult. Okay, I the one that's there's been a shit ton of them since then, but the first one scared me, and that is Paranormal Activity. So I don't know what it was about that one, the way it was set up or filmed, or the fact that it was about ghosts. Like, I mean, I say I was an adult, but I was probably like in my early 20s when I saw it. But yeah, it scared me, and I didn't like it, but I loved it.
Well, I didn't like it, but
Those
I loved
I
it.
never got into those
I
movies.
couldn't get into it. I felt like it was fake.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I
Well,
didn't. I didn't feel like they were very scary.
okay, so
But it was a very
no
popular
points for none of
movie.
you.
So
No
I feel like
points.
Right, they
A
were
and B.
popular.
I feel
Yeah,
like A, B is fair for it. Like,
I'd
I
go like
mean,
E.
I think the first
B.
one was because there's like,
Yeah.
yeah, A, B is fine, I think. Um, because there's
Well,
more than one, right? There's like Paranormal
Holy
Activity
shit!
2,
Yeah.
and I
I
think the
honestly,
There's
so if
I
we're
stopped
there's
watching
7
after like
movies,
2
bro.
or 3.
so if we're gonna
There's
base it
Yeah,
off the
3
entire
7
maybe.
movies.
series,
They
like
made
we
one in
have been,
2021.
I think we
Next of
could put
kin.
this one at a
What the
C.
fuck?
you're rough.
Uh,
What'd you just say?
I said I think
I
this one
think there was.
because we're basing this off of the whole series, not just the first one. Like if we're going off the first one, I would put it at like an A. But I have
We're not
watched
going
all
off
of
the
them
whole
after
series,
that.
are we?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
we
yeah.
are because we did that for Halloween and we did
Oh
that
shit! If
for.
we're going by the whole series, then Critters needs to be in the F range. Because the rest of them movies suck ass. And the Killer Clowns only had one.
Well, yeah, but that's the whole
And
series, and it was
Candyman should probably be an A if you're going for the whole series. Halloween should be an. There's no S tier full series.
yes. Halloween is an S tier, and so is Nightmare on Elm Street. Have you
Shit,
seen Freddy versus
got me all fucked
Jason?
up.
Have you seen?
Yeah, it's good.
Dude, I wanted to bring that up so bad.
Yeah,
I
the
have
ending of
seen that
that.
one.
The ending of that one was classic. Golly. All right.
That was good.
All right. Paranormal at a C. All right. Nick, you got another one? I think.
uh yes. And actually me and my dad were just talking about this movie tonight.
Oh, here we go.
It was
Fuck you.
actually it started off on Netflix,
Okay.
but I think it was on Hulu and other stuff now, but it was called The Platform.
Oh
And
yeah.
I think I heard of
have you
that
seen
one
that?
though.
So that's
Yeah, the
that one
platform.
where they are
They get to
like
eat so
in
much and
jail.
then it goes down.
Yeah, they're like in this like tower thing underground, I believe,
Yeah.
and this
Oh, that movie was
platform is filled
fucking
with food,
crazy.
and
Yeah.
you're only given a certain amount of time to eat on each level. And
Hmm.
so basically the platform will, come down and you get a certain amount of time, you get to scarf down some food real quick, and then it starts dropping to the next level. And I think that there's like 100 levels or something like that. And
100.
or actually there might be more, I can't remember.
That movie was awesome.
But like it's a complete mind fuck because basically the people at the top shit on the people at the bottom. Like,
Yeah.
everyone hates everyone essentially. Like, you hate the person above you because they
Until you
got more
find
than
that guy who
you. And
actually cares and like, oh.
All right. So there's the platform. I'm not
Yeah, the one dude
sure.
like pisses in the wine bottle or something.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
fucking
yeah, something like that.
assholes, man. Straight up.
Bucking
Yeah, there was a lot.
dicks.
And then it got when he got down to the lower levels, like there was no food left and you were literally
Yeah.
having to eat your
Yeah.
cellmate
Just
in order
imagine
to
you're like
survive.
on level 100, and then when it all switches up, you're like 88, and you're just like,
Yeah.
fuck, man.
Yeah.
Cut me some, And I remember
I'm
there
gonna
were
have to
some
go back and
scenes.
watch that movie again because it fucked me up.
There were some
Shit,
scenes
there
where
was
there would be people like falling because they just throw
yeah,
themselves off.
they'd throw themselves
Yeah.
off. Yeah, they'd
Yeah.
kill themselves, yeah. Like they would wake up one morning and they'd look at their number and they'd be like, "Fuck this."
Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck.
Jumping back in the
Fuck
fucking
you.
movie.
And you.
Eating,
And you.
That was a really good movie. Yeah,
Okay.
I'd say
glass cups
that's
and
an A, bro. That's
An
definitely an
A?
A.
that's
That
up
was a
there for
good
me.
movie. Yeah,
An
what a good
A?
movie.
The
Yeah,
platform?
79% on Rotten Tomatoes. This
Listen, I've
original
never even watched it though.
was excellent.
Bonita's
Yeah, I'm
like, I
pretty
don't know,
sure.
All right,
bro. This might be like
Bonita,
a
I
you
thought
got
we
C.
watched
to
this.
trust me on this.
Okay.
I
Alright.
thought we
Trust me,
watched it
bro.
together, but maybe not. It was really good.
It
Yeah,
was a good
I thought
I
movie.
we
might
watched that
have.
one.
I don't know how scary it was. You know, it was more of
It
like
wasn't
a
necessarily scary. It
it,
was
it
more
was
the
maybe a
mind.
different kind of horror. Yeah, a different kind
Yeah.
of scary than the traditional horror,
Gotcha.
the horror
Right.
of it
Well,
I
all.
feel like that's what my honorable mentions are.
nothing's more out of place
Yeah,
than
and
My
that's kind of
Girl,
why I
so
wanted to
don't
leave
feel
that as
bad.
an
Yeah,
honorable
my
mention.
girl. People watching at home are like, "What the fuck's my girl on there
What the
for?"
fuck?
What
It's
is My
traumatic.
Girl?
Because that's scary. The bees are
Fucking traumatic.
scary. Nothing
Being
is
scared to
Dude,
scary
death.
the
than
death.
The
than
death.
I'll be
Yeah,
right back. I gotta
Macaulay
anaphylactic
go in and
Culkin.
grab my
shock.
charger.
You know,
Okay.
anaphylactic shock is scary to some people. All right, so we're putting the platform at an A.
I think so.
Okay,
At least a B. Fuck.
I would say
That's a
I'd say I don't I'd say
79% on
B.
Rotten
I don't
Tomatoes.
But
I
I
don't
would
think
feel
it's
more
7
comfortable
out of
at a
10 on
B.
I
IMDb. It's
think
a
B.
70%.
We'll put it at a
All right,
B
B's good. B
because
sounds good.
I agree with Bonita, so she gets a point, and you and
Aw.
Nick. Maybe one day we'll figure out a point,
Can't even
what
read
points
that
are worth.
motherfucking. They did a terrible job on fucking making that poster.
But Nick, do you have
It's
a
supposed to be
couple honorable
longer.
mentions in mind? Because I
It,
have a couple of my
it's
honorable
supposed to be
mentions in
long, but
mind.
they didn't have.
Yeah, honorable mentions. I'm ready for those for sure.
Okay.
You should spit them both out at the same time, like two of them,
You
All
got
right. Well,
to
honorable
help
my
it
mentions.
speed it up.
well, no, you do yours and I'll do mine
I
because I
have
think
two
yours
honorable
might
mentions.
actually be
Okay.
one of mine. So do one. Pick your one.
No, I
Yeah.
don't think mine are yours at all.
Okay. Just
All right.
say
Well, I'll
one
just
because
say
I gotta
mine.
Okay,
type. I
Fuck it.
gotta
so
type it in and
I'm
find a
just gonna
picture
say
for you.
both of them. Fuck it. All right. So the gate and Pumpkinhead.
Okay. The gate. I did not have a picture for it, so you're just gonna have to give me a minute. Explain the gate. Explain it to me because I don't think I've seen that one.
So the gate freaked me out. It's another one of those creature feature films from the 80s.
I've definitely not seen this
Um,
one.
so it was made in 87.
Okay.
It has Steven Dorff in it. Is the most notable actor. But he's a kid in it, so you don't know. You don't really see him. All right, but anyway, so the film follows two young boys who accidentally release a horde of demons from their backyard through a large hole in the ground.
Shit. Haven't we all been there?
So yeah, so it literally
debating with my dog with Twizzlers. She'll shut up long enough.
All right. So
So it's literally they open up a fucking hole in the ground in the backyard, and then with this um dark book uh
the Dark Book. Come on
I
now.
have to read into it. It's been a long time since I read it, but it terrified me
Okay,
because
so the
Okay.
gate.
So it's just
so the little creatures that
the
came out scared the shit out of me.
okay. So that it's just about a couple kids who open a gate to hell and let
Yeah,
some kind of horrifying
small
creature in.
these little small demons that yeah these little small demons come out of it, and they're like they look like fuck. They look like the aliens, but they have like the alien that pops out of the
Uh,
um
the face. Oh, the little like the baby alien.
yeah, like the baby alien. It looks a little bit like that. And then uh fuck. Nah, it doesn't really look like that. Looks like Baraka. You know Baraka from Mortal Kombat? The fucking he's got the like
the not
the
the fangs and
Wolverine
stuff.
fucking yeah, and then his fangs. Yeah, it looks like that.
Okay,
They're fucking
where
creepy.
would you place this movie? Because I don't think anybody in the entire world has seen it
Y'all
other
haven't
than
even
you.
seen it? This
I've
is
never seen The
definitely
Gate.
at least a C class, C B C or B movie.
Okay, I put it at a C just because I
I do
assume that's.
C, yeah.
And then Pumpkinhead, I've seen Pumpkinhead. I've seen a lot of the Pumpkinheads. I don't know if I've seen all of them, but they're okay. I wouldn't say they're like.
Bullshit.
I mean,
You
I
know
watched
who? You know
watched
who?
those as a kid when I was a kid, and I remember watching it and be
They
like, this is fucking whack.
what?
Right, that's
They
kind of what I thought
no,
about
they
them.
fucking
Yeah.
terrified me. I mean, it's another one of those creature features.
Where would you put it,
Yeah.
Nasty? Where would you put Pumpkinhead?
I'll definitely put it at an A.
An A.
What?
Okay, it's
Yeah.
definitely we're averaging it out, and it's going to the C.
I was gonna say C.
Fuck
So
you.
so we're not
Pumpkinhead's an A
putting
all day.
Pumpkinhead at
You're
an
full of
A.
shit.
I am not full of shit,
It's better than
sir.
the Gate.
Sir.
fucking
Okay, well
Gate
we're dropping
than
the
put
Gate down to D
Data.
then.
Yeah,
Right?
There we go.
If
Boom.
one loses,
So,
everyone loses.
so
Yeah.
all right. So I guess my problem is I'm rating Pumpkinhead off of the last one, where they tied everything up, and it
Okay.
was really good.
Okay. Well, C's middle of the road. I think that's fair. I think it's a middle of the road
All right,
horror
C,
movie.
fine. C it is.
Okay. C
We
it
made an
is.
88. It was an honorable mention.
You're an
So
F and C. How
C's
about
fair.
that? Okay.
Got him.
Bonita, you got some honorable mentions?
Two I can think of.
Okay.
Stand By Me, which may not be that
No.
scary.
No,
It's
they
kinda
just
scary. We find a dead body.
Oh
no.
my God. This is my wife, y'all. She's
Oh,
sheltered. I'm
look,
so
I
sorry.
put
She doesn't know nothing
My
about
Girl up
horror.
there. I don't know if I
Okay,
could put
fine.
Stand By Me up there.
So my other one
Put it
is the
on there.
Final Destination movies.
Okay,
Ooh,
that's a good
yeah.
one. That is a good
Yeah.
one.
That
Okay.
still scares the
I
shit out of
think
me to
Final
this day, bro. Like,
Destination is
I'll
S
be
tier.
driving
Literally,
down the
nobody
road.
can drive behind a log truck.
Right.
I can't. Yeah, I can't. I've seen the
That's
log
S
trucks
tier.
before, and I'm just like, oh fuck
You're
I-
affecting people's. You're affecting people's daily lives. That's S tier.
That's S tier. Yeah,
Like, I
the original was
my
so
mind
good too.
flashes back to that movie so frequently that
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have
that's
to
definitely
agree
up
with.
there.
That's not an honorable mention, dude. That one should have been in your top tier, baby.
Those
That's
are just
S,
ones
I
I,
didn't
I
even-
was
for
like
sure.
thinking of.
I didn't even think of Final Destination, honestly.
There were some I was
I
thinking
didn't
of
either.
as I
was
went because
genius.
the Stephen King
Hell
thing
yeah,
made me
good
think of
pickup.
Stand By Me.
I
Just
love
like
it.
finding that dead kid was traumatic again.
That was that was traumatic for the cast. I mean, there was something. Didn't River Phoenix die like shortly after that or something? Like, I
River
can't
Phoenix
remember. There
died
was
of an
some
overdose.
There was some stigma behind that movie. I remember Stand By Me was
All right, we
an
are.
'86 film.
Although I do have to say, the book Stand By Me is a lot more like gory than the movie was. Because I did,
Oh, you read the book? Oh, I never read the book.
I listened to the audiobook.
Oh, okay.
Stand By Me.
It had a lot of gory details in it that it didn't include when it came to them finding the body and like everything. So
Okay.
It was actually based on Stephen King's 1982 novella, The Body. So it actually is a fucking horror flick.
It's categorized as action or a drama action movie, I think is what it said. But you know what,
Yeah.
Bonita, because I love y'all, put it up there.
Aww.
It's definitely an A movie. 92 on Rotten Tomatoes.
So it was a
8.1
good
on
movie.
IMDb. It had some of the best actors of the time too. Fucking River Phoenix, Will Wheaton was in it. Jerry O'Connell, Corey Feldman, Kiefer Sutherland, Richard Dreyfuss. Wow.
So when you
Crazy
put
cast. John Cusack?
So when you make the description for this episode, Nasty, to post on Reddit and YouTube or wherever, You got to make sure that you put in there why My Girl and Stand By Me are there. So,
Per my wife.
Yeah,
yes.
truth.
So
Gotcha.
I put Final Destination at an A, only because if we're basing this off like the whole series, it kind of like fell off big time for me towards the end.
Yeah.
I think the first couple were good.
The first couple were good, and so that's why it's high, but I don't think it's an S tier for the whole series.
I think A is 100% fair.
Okay, and then
Good.
Stand By Me is a good movie. We'll put it at an A, but it's not a horror movie, so it doesn't get that S.
The book is a horror movie.
Okay, so
Or a horror book. Whatever.
you got any honorable mentions, Nick? Any scary movies that you really liked?
Here, skip me and come back to me. I'll
You're
think on it.
more of the sci-fi guy, I think.
Yeah, I'm not. Horror's definitely like my last choice when it comes to movies.
See, I've been scouring looking for good horror movies. I watched
So-
a couple.
I would say, I mean, if I would say like
I mean,
Amityville.
For me, life's
Amityville?
scary enough. Like fuck. I
Life
want to
is
laugh a
scary
little
enough.
bit.
What about Blair Witch Project?
Exorcist, The Blair Witch
The
Project.
Blair Witch Project. Mm.
I was like
That's
in
an honorable
7th
mention
grade,
for
6th,
me.
7th grade, something like that.
Yeah, that would kind of freak me out a little bit, but
I'd put that one at a C. Well, I'd put it at a B. Well, if
all
we're
right, so
going off
if
of
we're
the whole
going by
series, yeah.
seriously, take Critters. Critters needs to be a fucking F, bro.
You want to put Critters down at the F now?
No.
So I got a
At
whole
least a
shit
D.
ton. I got a whole shit ton of movies here that.
D.
So
Puppet
we'll,
Master should probably be a like fucking D too.
no, man, all of the Puppet Masters were good. I remember watching like 1, 2,
Never
3.
even watched.
Yes,
There's
I
no way
have.
you've watched all 15 fucking Puppet Masters.
Oh shit, there's 15 of them. There's 15.
I tried to tell you that earlier. Yeah, there's 15 fucking Puppet Master movies.
That makes me happy to hear. I'm gonna go and watch them all, Nick, and I'm gonna tell you how good they are.
You gonna tell me they're all B class?
You want to put Critters down at an F?
No.
Where do you want to put
D+.
Critters?
Gremlins was kind of creepy.
D. Oh my god, Gremlins.
Where-
That never scared me.
Gremlins. It wasn't. It was like kind of.
Or
Not really horror.
all right,
just
so
kinda
this
maybe.
is
creepy.
loosely horror, creepy, traumatic movies we watched.
Okay, I got.
I'm just
I got a whole bunch
spitballing.
more.
I'm just throwing out ideas.
I got a whole bunch more. Let me see. Let me pull up my folder that I got.
Oh, you know what? I got mine whenever you're ready.
Ooh, lay it on me, brother.
Killer Clown should
Shining.
be a fucking
What is
D or
it?
C too.
The Shining.
I
Oh.
got that one pulled up. Got that queued up already, Nick. That was like one of the first ones I picked out was The Shining.
Was it?
Yes, sir. And I would
Yeah,
give that an S tier, baby.
Yeah, me
Oh, I just
too.
thought of a good one. Poltergeist.
I got that one too.
Yes, Poltergeist.
I don't know that I've seen Poltergeist.
That
That's
does
a,
not surprise me.
oof. That's a B. Sure.
That's a B.
I wonder how many that was made in 82? What?
Yeah, the
Poltergeist
Exorcist
was?
ones and I think like the Exorcist and
Poltergeist was
Amityville and
made in
Poltergeist.
2015.
No, that's a
Poltergeist
newer
was
one.
made
That
back
was
in
back in the
yeah.
80s
Yeah,
Poltergeist is a
1982.
good one.
with Carol
The
Ann.
first one was made in
Carol Ann.
1982.
What the
Next
fuck
one
is
was
it?
made in
Oh, I see.
The
1986.
movie's like a little girl like this in front
Damn.
of the TV or something.
The next
Yeah,
one was made in 88.
Shit, like the Poltergeist sucks her in.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I'd give
Don't go into the
Poltergeist
light, Caroline.
an
Don't go
A
into the
tier.
light.
Yo, that lady, I know she was trying to help like the whole time, but that lady creeped me the fuck out more than the ghost did.
She was creepy as fuck.
Like-
Yeah, that's
All right.
a good one.
So since The Shining is a S tier, right?
Shining is S tier.
I think my honorable mention then is going to be The Ring.
Ooh, The Ring. I forgot
Ooh,
about
The
that
I
Ring.
one.
thought
That's a
about
good
that
one.
one too. That was freaking creepy.
That's a
Yeah.
good one.
Like I was at the age where I had started really getting into horror movies with my sister and everything, and that was one of the first movies that I watched that I like have
Ooh.
distinct. Like I remember how distinctly how I felt watching that movie, and I was terrified.
Skeeve the fuck out.
Yeah.
So do
So
you
they
remember watching that with your mom, Nasty, and like making that
which
noise?
one?
The Ring.
The Ring.
She did not like that noise that the ghost made. That
That's The Grudge. That was The
oh, that's the
Grudge.
Oh, The
Grudge.
Grudge. That's a
Yeah.
good one too.
Yeah, that fucking noise. That's right. The Grudge.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, I remember that.
So where are we putting the Ring at? B, A,
I would go with B plus.
B plus. I think B's fair considering the sequels to that were about on par
Weren't
with
as good.
sequels for these movies go.
Yeah.
If we're going by
All
Yeah,
right,
if we're
law.
taking the whole series, yeah, B.
all right. So I've got one for E here that
Oh, bro.
I know probably none of you have seen. I remember watching it as a kid, and like I thought it was good, but it wasn't really scary. It was just like
So
it was
I
like
need to I
an
need
old
to
slasher
interject real quick.
film.
Something I didn't know about The Shining. They made a new movie called Doctor Sleep,
Oh, have you seen it?
which is American.
It's
Yeah,
got Ewan McGregor
apparently
in it.
no, I have not seen it. Yeah, it's based on the Stephen King's novel of the
Yeah,
same
it's
name and
Danny
is a
Torrance all
sequel
grown
to
up.
The Shining.
Yeah, it's Danny
Yeah,
Torrance all
it's a
grown up.
sequel to. I didn't have I had no fucking clue.
Watch it. It's good.
I never had that.
Oh, watch it. Oh,
Doctor Sleep.
thinking about it, like, yeah, watch it. It's good. So Popcorn was a movie about a movie theater, if I remember correctly, and there was like a deranged killer, and they were trying to film a movie or watch a movie, and they like, I just remember people getting killed in like creative ways, pretty much. Like if I remember correctly, there was a like a giant prop mosquito
What the fuck?
that the guy released, and it went down this line, and then this like the the mandible or whatever of the mosquito like stabbed the dude in the top of his skull, and it like shriveled his head. I mean, that might just be my child brain, remembering it that way, but that's how I remember that movie. Popcorn.
So I
It's
looked
a
up
good. That's
The
a fairly
Ring.
decent movie. Yeah, The Ring.
The movies in order. There's 6 movies that are associated with The Ring. Yeah. The
Really?
original was in 2022. Or I'm sorry, the original was in 2002, and then the last one was made in 2022. But they went straight. They're straight Japanese now.
Okay.
Everything's Japanese,
Yeah, that's why.
supernatural
You know
comedy.
what? I'm
And they made
sitting
it a
here.
slasher comedy too.
I'm sitting here
Mm.
looking at all your guys' cameras used on your fucking phones and shit, and my halfway expensive camera just keeps blurring me the fuck out, and all your guys' pictures are crystal clear. It's pissing me off.
But Nita's is perfect on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's shit too. Mine's on the laptop
Well, yours,
on a Chromebook.
but yeah, Nick and Bonita's looks great. Mine looks good when it's in focus, but it keeps like it keeps cutting out of focus. All right.
Harry Badgernath, you are one handsome motherfucker.
Fuck yeah.
Joyride.
Do you know who Barry
Joyride?
Badgernath is?
Hmm.
I don't.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Wasn't that about the semi truck driver that was like
Yeah.
a killer?
That movie kind of fucked me up a little bit, honestly.
Yeah.
What was it?
Joyride.
Yeah, it was like cherry or something.
Like
Oh,
he
Candy
being
Cane.
Candy
just-
cane.
Candy cane. Yeah.
Are you there, Candy Cane? Candy Cane was not there. Sorry, buddy.
That Paul Walker? Paul Walker was in that? What?
Oh
Alright, so
man,
Joyride?
we can't do this series or with the show without mentioning House of a Thousand Corpses series.
Oh, Whitney would have kicked my
Oh,
ass if I
yeah.
didn't.
Shit was scary.
We have to.
Okay,
Joyride,
let-
Joyride.
let me
There's
get-
3
two.
Joyride movies.
Let me
And
get
the first one was
Joyride.
Paul Walker.
I remember
Yeah.
1 and 2 were good. I don't know if I ever watched the third one.
Joyride. I actually have
It's
Joyride
a
on DVD
C or a D
somewhere.
I was a
or
little
a
older
C
with
or a
that one
B maybe.
too.
Yeah. Well, Paul Walker,
Maybe B, C.
I would put
It was in
that at a
2001,
C.
the original.
I would put Joyride at a C.
Yeah, the
The C plus.
Candy cane.
C plus. Okay.
I would
And
say a
then
B.
We'll go
B?
C plus plus.
Yeah, C plus is good.
Okay. C
C's good.
plus. All right. And then you said House of a Thousand Corpses. And does that include
Yes.
Devil's Rejects?
Yes.
Yo, Joyride was based on a true story.
Yes, because like I feel like you have to watch. If you're watching one, you gotta watch them all. Honestly,
So
that's that.
Was it like a murderous truck driver or something?
It's based on a true story. The ensuing
For
conflict is
Joyride?
eventually resolved on a
Yeah.
trip through the countryside where the love story ends tragically based on a true story. What the fuck?
So yeah, House of a Thousand Corpses really didn't affect me too bad, but what was the other one? I just said it.
The Devil's Rejects.
Yeah, so the Devil's Rejects.
Yeah, the Devil's Rejects.
That one fucked me up only because like the way it starts, like dude wakes up next to a dead chick and there's all kinds of cops and everything. I was just like, oh my god, this is fucked. And then by the end of the movie, fucking this motherfucker has you feeling sorry for these people, like, oh man. And I remember
Right.
feeling that, and I was just like, wait a minute. How dare he make me feel this way about these people? I was like, these people are monsters, man. Yeah,
Right.
so like when he sticks that gun in that chick's panties, he's like, I think my gun's gonna rust. I got her pussy juices on my gun. Like, I was like, wow, what the
I never watched
fuck?
this.
Oh,
What?
I mean,
Devil's
it's
Rejects.
yeah, that's the Devil's Rejects.
House
Oh,
of a
man.
Thousand Corpses, The Devil's Rejects, and Three from Hell are the
Yep,
movies
Three
that
from
are in
Hell.
that.
I don't think I've
seen
seen Three from Hell yet.
No?
I think I started it.
Dude, you have to watch Three from Hell. Oh my
Okay.
god.
No, I don't think I've seen that one.
Three from Hell is
It's-
so good.
So
It's all
those
based off
movies.
Three
the
from Hell's
three
probably A
main
plus for me.
characters, right? Or
So
whatever from
so
House
those
of a
movies
Thousand
were
Corpses.
highly disturbing. So I gave it an A. I don't know if you guys feel like it should be higher. I mean, I'd be willing to put it up at S.
I mean, if it's
Yeah,
not S,
Captain
it's very
Spaulding.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Captain Spaulding's. Oh my god, dude, that was one of the coolest things ever at Louder in Life was when they had the giant pillar.
Otis Driftwood, Captain Spaulding, and
Yeah.
Firefly, which was Sari Mood Zombie,
You know
which
what?
was Zombie's
In
wife.
memory of Captain Spaulding,
Yeah, we're gonna go S tier.
we'll put it at an S tier for Captain Spaulding.
Yeah.
God rest his soul. He was a creepy motherfucker, man.
Right?
Oh,
Did I stutter?
The Cell was creepy too. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that.
the
I think
Cell.
I
The
have.
Cell with Jennifer Lopez.
Cell?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That one was fucking
Fucked up.
wild.
Okay. We gotta start wrapping it up here. We're coming up on 2
That was made in
hours.
2000.
All right. What about? Oh, I got one here. I got one that's probably gonna be. This one's gonna be the F. The F. This is the F. But it was a horror movie, and there's a ton of them. And I remember watching it as a kid. And it's got Kevin Bacon in it. Any guesses?
Hollow Man.
No. I'll give you one more guess while I pull up the picture.
Bacon.
Kevin Bacon, early Kevin Bacon.
They made a bunch of them.
Yeah, there's a bunch. He's probably not in all the other ones, but all right. So it's Tremors.
Oh,
Oh.
Tremors! I fucking
Yeah.
love Tremors. You kidding me? They
So
made
the
like
so the
they made
first
like 8
one,
movies. Of
I remember
Tremors.
watching the first one and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, okay, this like I
I
watched
hating
it.
on the Tremors, bro.
I watched it and I'm just like, this one's, it's all right. It's not scary. It's fucking weird and they're being chased.
7 fucking Tremors movies.
Yeah, and probably 2 through 7 were fucking
More
awful.
Tremors than there are Star Wars.
There were as many Tremors as there is Star Wars, Nick. No, there's actually 8 Star Wars now,
No,
isn't there?
Is
there's
there?
actually one less.
There's 9.
9 Star Wars.
Yeah,
369.
369. Damn it, Nick.
Damn, she
All right.
fine.
All right, so Nick, you think it deserves to be higher than an F?
No, E or E for sure.
Okay, we'll stick it at an E.
Fucking, if we're rating it off of all of them, yeah, right? Maybe probably an F.
Yeah.
But if you're rating it off all of them, then you need to bring Critters down to a fucking E or an F. Because
yeah,
can't even watch all of them. They're that
Fucking
bad.
Critters.
Puppet Master has to be down.
How did
like
Critters end up
E
on
or an
this
F.
list?
That was the
Because it
first one on
terrified
the
me as a
list.
child.
It was
That
Nasty's
was Nick's.
first.
That was Nasty's number
Oh,
one.
yeah,
I thought we
was
were going
Critters.
based off a traumatic
I
experience.
forgot Critters was your Candyman. I forgot about that.
I thought
Yeah.
this was a tier list on which was scarier, not
Well, yeah.
fucking.
It's just personal feelings. You felt Critters was up there, and I was like, okay. I mean,
Yeah,
I've
scared the
seen
shit out
it.
of me.
It didn't leave any impressions on me, but I didn't feel like I don't remember sitting there going like, man, this is fucking awful. You know, that's how I felt when I watched
me out of
fucking
here
Jeepers
now.
Creepers. Like I watched Jeepers Creepers, and I was like, this is just a bad movie, man. I don't like it. So, all right.
Yeah. All right. I got
Let's
you.
see. All right. So we got okay.
Stick to where it's at.
All right. Here's one that's had a bunch over the years, and I remember watching the first one, thinking like, holy shit! Like this one didn't scare me, but I like the whole idea behind it was just like, and then the ending, and that is the Saw series.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that was a fucking wild ass shoot.
What was the other one called that
That's gotta
came out
be
around
A.
Saw? Insidious? I don't know.
Oh,
No, there was something else.
Insidious. Oh, The Conjuring.
There was.
So I got
they're
The
making a
Conjuring
Saw.
too.
They're making a Saw this year in 2023.
So I would put Saw at
Saw
A.
Hostel. Hostel. That's what I was thinking.
Hostel.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
Shit.
Hostel was a good one
Hostel.
too.
Oh my
That
god.
movie's.
Hostel's
I watched
S
that
tier
in
for me.
theaters.
I still don't want to go to like Amsterdam because of that shit.
Seriously.
Really?
That movie.
Like,
Seriously, when I traveled to Europe,
I'm scared.
yeah, I mean, that shit made a lifelong impression on me. So that's S tier for me for Hostel.
S tier?
1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6,
Dude,
7, 8,
I
9, 10.
had
There's
legitimate
10 fucking
concerns about
Saws,
the
bro.
hotel we were staying in Germany.
Yeah, and they're all like halfway
Because of
decent
that.
too.
Yeah, I think I quit collecting Saws at like 6.
So I remember watching Hostel, and I thought it was fucked up. And I'll put it at, I don't know about S tier, but it was definitely like A. I feel at least
It was
just
fucked up, yeah.
just
Bro, they
because
made
just because I felt like that was, I mean, that is something that's probably happening like right now.
Dude, that eyeball scene where
He melts the eyeball out of her face.
Isn't the
No,
original
where
bad
Yeah,
guy
it's like-
from Saw
he
dead?
snips the eyeball.
Oh yeah, that was yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
I haven't eaten yet, goddammit.
Forever
Tobin Bell.
ingrained in my memory.
All right, we got time for
Yeah.
a few more here. Let me see. I got a whole bunch
I
of
thought
pictures
Tobin
here.
Bell was dead, bro.
What
All right,
about?
My dog's gonna go
universe.
fucking nuts.
I
All
thought
right.
the guy from Saw died. His name is Tobin Bell.
Can't give you any
Oh.
more Twizzlers, Judy.
Here's another classic one.
It's alternate universe shit.
Huh?
Okay, so this one's got a bunch, and the first one was kind of boring,
Mandela effect.
but they get better, I think. But that's the Hellraiser series. You guys ever watch any of those?
Those are pretty classic.
Never really got into Hellraiser, to be honest.
I know a lot
Never
of people are
got
fans of
into it
Hellraiser.
either.
Yeah, I'd put Hellraiser.
He's the one with the needles all over
and-
his face, right?
Yeah, Pinhead. Yeah.
Pinhead.
Yes, yeah,
And
yeah,
he's like an iconic, scary movie guy.
Yeah,
Pinhead.
absolutely.
Yeah,
I think-
he's on
I
the-
think
That's
you don't-
worth
on the
at
top
least
tier.
B.
B. Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it's
They
probably.
made him.
He's fair.
They made the original in '87.
I mean, I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
don't even
it's
fucking remember watching
like
it.
when you think of you think of I'll go. You think of, like he's along with, one of the Halloween, like scary mask type, you know what I mean?
Right.
I ain't never seen nobody wearing no fucking pinhead mask around.
I
It's
mean, probably not
Oh, I
recently.
have.
creepy as fuck, bro.
I
All right,
did
so
when we went trick or treating over in your old neighborhood, Chris.
so Hellraiser has 10 movies too.
Sorry
Damn,
about that.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a
10
lot of
fucking movies.
Hellraisers.
The last one was made in 2018. I think I've seen 0 of them, to be honest. Like
Damn.
the full movie, rather. I mean, I've seen bits and pieces of all the
All
Hellraisers,
right.
probably, but never
I
watched the
got
full movie.
I
Sat
got
down
one
and like,
more that I downloaded.
how to watch it chronologically.
How to watch it chronologically.
Ooh, I might have to check this out.
All right. So what do you guys think about the Alien series? Where would you put that?
I was thinking about that Alien versus Predator type stuff. Those were pretty
Prometheus. Have you seen
Aliens
that
for
one?
me is S tier, honestly. For me it
Yeah.
is.
Oh,
It
Aliens, yeah,
is.
for sure. Gotta put that in there.
Man, let your dog
the
out.
Chris,
sugar
have you
hit.
seen Chris? Have you seen
Being
Prometheus?
Yeah.
stupid, just fighting with our other dog. Well, playing
What's
with
that,
her, I
Nick?
guess, not
Prometheus?
fighting her.
Yeah.
I have seen
Oh yeah,
Prometheus.
Prometheus.
So I
That
would
That's part of the
movie. Oh
Alien.
my god. Yeah.
put Aliens at S tier only because the way it started and it's like the evolution of that whole story and like where it's at now is, I don't know. Like they were scary to me as a kid, and then what was it? The AI, the android, what was his name? I don't know. Whenever he got fucked
Oh,
up and all that white
that's
milky
the
shit
guy from
started coming out of his
Pumpkinhead.
mouth. Yeah.
Know that?
So when all that white shit started coming out of his mouth, I didn't understand what was going on, and that freaked me the fuck out.
Yeah, that was wild. That I remember that part too. That kind of stuck out in my.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
I
How's
was
he
just
got
like,
white blood?
yeah, I was like,
The
oh my
fuck
god,
is
what is
going on?
happening? And then the
You
chest
find out he's an
bursters were
android.
so cool, and the aliens look so cool. So that's S tier for me. I don't know if you guys agree.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I
I
agree.
agree.
Aliens is
Alright.
definitely S tier.
Yes.
Yeah, and if we're going on longevity of the series and stuff, that they're still putting out good movies. Like
Yeah.
Prometheus was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it was a good
Prometheus
movie.
was good.
Dude,
Freaked me the fuck out.
that was such a mind wrapping kind of movie. Like I was enthralled in that movie the entire
Right.
time
And
I
this
watched it. And
and
actually now I'm
this
probably gonna go watch it again.
and this bastard tried to sit here and say, "Oh no, Prometheus has nothing to do
And
with
then
the
there's
aliens universe."
Alien versus Predator, and yeah,
And everybody's like, "Bullshit! What are you talking about?"
Right?
yeah. So
It's
if you wanted to watch them in chronological order, you'd have to watch Alien versus Predator, Alien versus Predator Requiem, Prometheus, Alien Covenant, Aliens, Alien 3, and Alien Resurrection.
Alien Resurrection was probably my favorite one, honestly.
I think it's crazy that Alien vs Predator was like the first one you're supposed to watch and to make it a chronological
Honestly,
order.
I've never watched any of them in any sort of order, so I should probably do that.
I just like the Alien movies, man.
Yeah.
I kind of want to watch
They're
them in
good. I mean,
chronological order.
I'm pretty
but-
sure I've seen all of them.
if we're talking
honestly.
about like which ones are good, watching them from best to worst, I would watch like 1, 2, 3. I would watch the order when they came out, honestly. I mean, Alien versus
Covenant?
Predator.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Prometheus
I know
was a good one, but it wasn't really scary. I didn't think it was just
years ago, there used to be a like DVD store inside of Kroger in Lancaster.
mhm.
And I remember I saved up enough money to go in there because they had the Alien Nintendo game. And I
Oh,
wanted it
buddy.
so bad. And I saved it was like $20 or something like that for it. And I saved up for a few weeks until I got $20. I remember going in there, I was ecstatic that it was still there. And that game sucked.
Oh man, I thought it was good.
No, it was terrible. It was the
Damn, you
worst
bummed me
shit
out with the end
ever.
of that story. I was all like, "Yeah, Nick, points for Nick."
No,
Now you don't get
I
any
was all
points.
excited. Oh damn! Can I get half a point?
You get 1/4 of a point.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. Okay. So we need to start wrapping it up here.
Damn, I really want to
Any-
watch this in chronological order now.
Me too. That's what I was just
Any other
thinking.
movies you want to add to this tier list?
Nothing I can
I
think
should
of.
I should include all the chronological orders.
I mean, there's a shit ton on here. Like we didn't touch on any of like the Conjuring movies,
Right,
which
yeah. I thought of all those as well.
me and Whitney just watched The Devil Made Me Do It. We sat there and watched
Dude,
them all in order.
Conjuring's S tier. I'm sorry,
Conjuring
they're
is
fucking
S tier.
Yes, all those
I think
movies
so.
are S tier.
All right, I've got an honorable
They're fucking
mention
good.
Okay, next got an
Absolutely
honorable mention.
amazing.
before we wrap it up. How about the Chucky series?
Oh fuck me! I can't even believe. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
That's a good
deserve.
So
one.
many good movies. Like
I
you don't
deserve to
even
be
think
beaten
about.
with a rubber
Child's Play,
hose
baby.
for not thinking of Chucky.
My
man.
Child's
phone's
Play.
dying, so I've only probably got about 5
Nick,
minutes till I'm gone.
I'd
Five-
say
5 points for Nick
Child-
for remembering Chucky.
yeah, Nick just won the game.
Yeah.
You remember
I'm
Chucky?
gonna get all the
Yeah.
Tootsie Rolls.
I'd say it's a B or C though because the Bride of Chucky was terrible.
Even the Bride of
I
Chucky
guess it
was
was.
like. I mean,
It was.
That was still
I
kind
guess.
of.
It's a B. I'd say it's a B.
so the
Child's Play is a
weird
B.
doll sex was like. Okay, so it drops off it drops off at the Bride and the Seed of
B or
Chucky.
C for-
We could have done without
Yeah.
that.
The
But up
Seed
to
of
that
Chucky,
point,
what the fuck?
yeah, remember the Seed of Chucky and like his little kid, and
So weird.
Yeah.
and you're just
Dude,
like,
that kid
what?
was creepy. If I ever saw that doll, I would football punt that thing as far as I could.
Yeah, even if it wasn't
Like if it shows back
possessed
up, guess
or-
what? It's a rewind. Poof! I'm doing it again. Get out of
Alright.
here.
So Child's Play
Yeah.
is an S tier for me, just because that's like
Yeah.
a big part of my childhood, honestly.
No way. No fucking way.
No.
I'm get-
A, B, top.
Hey.
I
Top
personally
A or
think
B,
S
dude.
tier, but
Okay.
because
S.
No way.
Okay,
Chucky
who
wasn't-
all votes
Chucky
for S
wasn't
tier?
scary as much
I'm
as.
personally I'm
It's
voting.
just a
I'm
little
between
fucking
A
doll.
and
Okay.
S.
You know
Yeah,
what?
but
Just
Chucky's classic.
what do you mean he's a doll? He's a doll
care.
possessed by a serial killer.
Annabelle is
Annabelle.
a fucking
It
doll.
just wasn't.
That's crazy. We said it at the same
Conjuring.
time.
Yeah.
Conjuring is part of Annabelle.
That reminds me.
I know. I thought of that, but
It's gotta be
I
S
forgot
tier.
about my
Conjuring-
number.
Just put Conjuring in S tier and we're done.
Okay.
All right,
No,
good night.
I got one more after Conjuring. Okay.
All right, fuck.
One more after Conjuring, and that's let's see. Okay. And I actually found a picture for so Conjuring, we'll put it S tier. I'll give you that, even though you're a cunt and put Child's Play and fucking A. You wanted to put it lower, but I would not allow it.
Minus 5 points for nasty.
Minus 5 points for nasty. Get
Whatever.
used to that
Get the
shit.
fuck out of here.
What, you want it to be more?
Shut your mouth.
You want more?
The beatings will continue until morale improves.
Yes. All right. So the last movie.
Oh.
Mind people, we are not movie critics.
Right?
guys, I'm gone.
We're just
but I'm
almost
here.
famous.
Oh, you're still there. Your picture's still there. It's just frozen. It looks like. All right. So the
Why aren't you
last.
plugged in?
Kaya unplugged it.
Oh,
And
okay.
you've never fucking plugged it back in.
Did I not find? Maybe I didn't find a
I
picture.
mean, you
for
can still
this.
hear me.
All right.
Yeah, we
So
can still hear her.
No one knows.
So has anybody? Oh my god! Just pulling up the movie poster for this gives me the fucking creeps, man. So this is a movie. I'm sorry, this is an S tier for me if we're going off of like how it scarred me for life. Because this movie is the reason that I don't like dolls. Like, you know, the little porcelain dolls or any of like the baby dolls that you get at the store for your kids nowadays are okay. But like the ones that your grandma collects or whatever.
Those old school ones, man. Same thing as the Chucky doll. I'm gonna punt those things right out of my sight line.
So if you've never seen the movie Dolls, like I still feel like this movie would fuck you up today.
What year was it made?
What? I've never heard of this one.
Dolls
You
movie.
mentioned it last night, dolls and popcorn.
Yeah, dolls and
And I
popcorn.
was like, is that one movie or?
Oh yeah,
Oh
no,
no, that
it's
movie poster's kind of creepy.
so it's just a movie and the fucking doll.
Is
Oh my
this a
god.
fucking S tier?
Oh, I've seen that.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
It's 1987 is when it was made.
Best year.
Oh, they
But
Yeah,
that,
I've
redid it
seen
in
that.
2019.
did they?
Yeah.
No, they did they?
Dude, they ran out of
Yeah.
ideas during COVID and had to start recycling everything.
This was in 2019, you dipshit.
Yeah, that's
No,
what I'm
this
saying. That's right when COVID
Before
started.
COVID.
it's when they were
When
getting ready to
It
release
was in
COVID.
development for probably.
2019.
Movies are usually in development for 3 to 4 fucking years. Just look at Avatar for crying out loud.
You're an Avatar. Yeah, so the movie's like there's a thunderstorm if I remember right, and they go um, to this house and there's all kinds of dolls and people start dying. And the ending fucked me up,
I
and
don't think I've seen
I
this.
still don't like dolls to this day because of this movie.
I've never
So
seen this. Walk, they
What
talk, they
about
kill.
okay,
It's like Puppet Master.
here's one that we didn't think of. The Mist.
I don't know.
That one was pretty good.
Oh, The Mist.
The ending of that
Okay.
movie
That one was terrible. It made me
psychologically killed me
fucked up.
inside.
Yeah,
I think it
I
killed
mean,
killed a lot of people inside.
It killed that
traumatized
guy.
most of the
Unless
world.
you're an emotional
It
cripple.
definitely killed that guy for sure. And his
Unless you're
kids.
emotional crippled, like Kramer. Yeah.
That's another Stephen
All
King
right,
movie.
so I've never seen Dolls. It's from 1987. I'm looking into this one more.
Watch that movie. All right, so the last movie, and the only reason this is going to be the last one is because if I don't, Whitney,
Is gonna castrate you.
no, she'll just yell at me and say, I
Can't
can't
believe you put
believe.
Dolls S tier though. It's a terrible movie.
How do you know? You've never seen it. Until you've seen it and can dissuade me from.
All right.
All right,
Don't judge the book by its
where am I
cover.
putting Mist?
I judge my IMDb.
Mist is a B.
Give
Okay.
it 6.3.
All right, so the last one is Pet Cemetery.
Oh, yeah, you gotta have
that's a
Pet
good
Sematary.
one. That was creepy.
Now this would be Whitney's S
Good
tier.
call, Kramer.
Whitney would. That's why I said like if I didn't include Pet Cemetery, she
Made
would be like, I
more
can't
than
believe.
one Pet Cemetery movie.
Yeah, they made more than one, but
They just made a new one too.
all right.
Mm,
So I don't know where you want to put Pet Cemetery. I
I'm gonna
put
say
it I put it at an A with it and uh well
oh yeah, they
shit.
made
It might
two.
be as good as The Shining. Is it as good as The
Oh no, they
Shining?
made two. 89 and 92. I thought
The
they made
92 one was all right too. It was just kind of like a revamped
Well,
version of it. It didn't stray too far from the original.
there's
All right.
got to be more than that.
All right. That's
Pet
it.
Cemetery movies.
That's it all done. No more.
Lots of movies.
Lots of movies. We ranked a lot of them. We didn't give an F to any of them. You know, we got a couple at E and some at D. I'm sure if anybody
The
wants to
F's were the
comment,
unmentionables.
the unmentionables.
not even good enough for our show.
But we talked about a
Right.
lot of our favorites, you know, growing up and stuff. So I figured, I assume that there would be a lot of S, A, and B tiers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so that's it. Anybody listening, if you want to hop on the subreddit and put your maybe S tier movies in there.
Yeah, let us
Or
know in the comments.
yeah, also you could comment on the YouTube when I post this to YouTube. You can find the video for this on YouTube at C Kramer 803.
I'm really interested to see which ones we missed, to be honest. Like, we just literally had a brainstorming session. Like, we were coming in this with our top 3 and then some honorable
Honestly, once we
mentions.
end this, probably
I
we will
guarantee
like be
there's
like,
gonna be some shit
oh,
like,
you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
damn, why didn't I think of that one?
Damn.
I don't know. We touched on a lot of them though. We did a really good
Mm.
job, I think.
Okay.
I still don't
So yeah,
understand.
you can find the video on YouTube at Kramer803. I will be uploading the audio to Spotify and Amazon Music as well as some others. And where else? I think that's it. The subreddit will have a link to the video. That's STFU I'm driving on Reddit. You can find Nasty here on Twitch at callmenasty_8159.
8159.
And his lovely wife Bonita is usually by his side while he's streaming. And Nick is thinking about starting to stream some games under Captain DZ. So keep an eye out for that, everybody. And you can find me on Kick at Kramer803, YouTube at ckramer803, TikTok Kramer803, Instagram Kramer803.
Basically, Kramer
Twitter,
803.
Cowboys' butts drive me nuts.
Cowboys butts
The
do drive me
fuck?
nuts.
That's why he moved to Arizona.
There's
What's the name
cowboy
of
butts
this one?
everywhere.
Did we figure out a name for this one yet?
Oh, the name.
That's it. Cowboys' butts drive me nuts.
I think the
Yeah.
name is going to be sorry, but Jeepers Creepers is mid.
Oh,
Not even
mid.
mid. You didn't even give it
Mid.
mid. Mid is like CB.
Mid is.
You gave it a fucking F. Why is there
Alright.
even an
Damn.
E? I don't understand
Ruthless.
that.
All right, hurry up. Give me a name for this so I can
Be
close this out here.
F.
Anybody got a name?
Where are all the F's?
Where are all the F's? There
Who
was
gives
not
an
a
F?
single. There was not a single F to be found.
Who gives
There
a-
was no
Let's
F
do
to
it.
give.
There was no F to
There
give.
was no F to give.
Beautiful. I love it. Okay.
That's a good one. Let's do it.
All right.
No F to give.
That be it, ladies and gentlemen. Until next week.
Who gives an F?
No
Night.
F to give.
Until next week. This is Shut the Fuck Up. I'm driving. Everybody have a great
Bye,
night.
everybody.
Hey, we
Even
won't be here
though
next weekend, by the way. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
Love you guys.
I'm trying to sneak in and say bye.
Love you. Love you.
Bye.